turnarounds. The Arizona Rattlers have won 9 straight since sputtering at the beginning of the season, and now are just 1 victory away from their 3rd consecutive Arena Bowl berth. They meet the Colorado Crush, who in their 2nd year of existence won 10 more games than a year ago, and John Elway's team has continued its momentum in the playoffs to match Arizona's 12-5 record. 2 teams hoping their turnarounds lead to a championship. America West Arena in Phoenix, where the AFL semifinal round concludes today as the top-seeded Arizona Rattlers host the Colorado Crush, with a winner advancing to meet San Jose in the Arena Bowl. And just a few moments ago, Mike Daly, the Colorado coach, in the locker room told his team what was needed for a victory today.
Everybody's the captain today. We're all out there shoulder to shoulder. John Dutton's doing the talking for us, okay? Early in the game, be a football player. Make the plays that come your way, okay? A catch, a tackle, whatever you got to do. I'm going to ask you to do 2 things, and only 2 things. Be smarter and tougher than they are, okay? Crush on 3. 1, 2, 3.
And Mike Daly's coaching counterpart today for the Arizona Rattlers is Danny White, the legendary quarterback at Arizona State and the Dallas Cowboys, and in the AFL Hall of Fame as coach of the Rattlers. He's won a couple of Arena Bowl titles.
And got his team to the Arena Bowl the last 2 years, only to lose, and he told us this week, embarrassing losses.
And a victory today, of course, would put them in their 3rd straight Arena Bowl to face the San Jose SaberCats. Colorado wins the toss and defers to the 2nd half, so Sia Burley is deep for the Rattlers to accept the kickoff from Brenner.
Yeah, and he returned one last week for a touchdown.
Here's the speedy Burley with a seam and taken down at about the 9-yard line, where Cedric Bonner, the veteran quarterback in his 12th year from Cal State Northridge.
Those are playoff numbers. You see the number 1, you like the number 1 after your name, but 93 touchdowns in the playoffs alone. I mean, staggering numbers. Over 600 touchdown passes on the year, but almost 100 in the playoffs.
611 in his long career. As you see, the Arizona starting offensive lineup with the Hunky Cooper, of course, and Randy Gatewood returning to the lineup after injuring his wrist, breaking his wrist on May 1st.
Yeah, Randy Gatewood for the Rattlers, last year's Iron Man of the year. You know, the best 2-way player, offensive, defensive, and special teams player of the year.
And you know, his injury might have been a blessing in disguise because it allowed Orsuante Bryant to step up. And what a game he had a week ago. There are the numbers on Gatewood, as Pat said, the Iron Man of the year in 2003. The equipment problem. That'll get it done. Just smash it on the turf.
Yeah, there's a guy, Rashad Floyd, who, you know, you expect him to have some equipment problems because he makes so many tackles. He had 123 tackles on the year, did Rashad Floyd.
Led the league.
Yeah, led the league. Set an AFL record for tackles.
Well, they're still having a problem
with Floyd's helmet.
With Floyd's helmet. Yeah, it looks like it's ready to go. Yep. Rashad has the helmet back on, and Gatewood and the Rattlers are ready for their first play from scrimmage.
It's going to be that kind of game. If you have an equipment problem before the first play of the game, you know it's going to be a hard fought, a lot of contact in this semifinal game.
Cedric Bonner sending Tom Pace in motion. Pumps one way, looks downfield, going deep for Pace. And he has it to the 5-yard line. He beat Rashad Floyd. He's ruled down just shy of the 5. It'll be 1st and goal, Arizona, 34 yards on the first play from scrimmage.
You know, kind of an awkward play, really, for Arizona. I thought Cedric Bonner was trying to get the ball short to Gatewood, and then he had a little kind of stop and go there to Pace. The ball was underthrown, but terrific concentration by Tom Pace, who's starting at their wing position for Hunky Cooper on offense. Hunky will start on defense with Tom Pace. Good play fake or pump fake by Cedric Bonner, and you see the strength in that arm of his.
Tom Pace, who played at Arizona State, with a big gain on 1st down. Here's Burley in motion, and Bonner, his second pass, goes for the score. And once again, it's Tom Pace on the receiving end.
Well, that's one of those terrific Arena League drives, 2-way drives, right? Which is a little bit uncharacteristic for the Rattlers.
Yeah.
If there's any team in this league that kind of is methodical, it's the Rattlers.
In fact, they were saying to us yesterday they like some drives and let their defense rest. They don't need to let them rest. They haven't been on the field yet.
Yeah, as we watch Cedric Bonner today, you're going to see all the throws and different releases that he has. Sidearm, over the top, three-quarter. He drilled that one. He lofted the one earlier to Tom Pace. Sensational player.
Nelson Garner with the extra point, and Arizona strikes first with Bonner going 2 for 2, both to Tom Pace.
Yeah, and again, that was an absolute drill shot. I mean, he threw the one deep early to Pace, but when he needs to zip it, that's exactly what happened there, and they're on the board first.
So Arizona leading 7-0, and as we said as we started, two teams that have turned things around. Arizona turned it around from the start of this season when they only were 3-5, and then of course from last season Colorado completely changed their fortunes, and one of the reasons they're a much better team this season is because the improved play of their quarterback John Dutton.
Yeah, John Dutton's played very, very well, thrown for 76 touchdown passes, and he's played well in big games. In 2002 he was the Arena Bowl MVP. He was playing with San Jose at the time, so he's been in games like this, but he is the beneficiary of being able to throw the ball to one of the premier players in this league, in Damian Harrell, who has been sensational. What does he have? Well, you start with the strong hands. He attacks the ball. He's got size and strength, and he knows how to use it. He goes 6'3", over 200 pounds. Unbelievable body control. I mean, just staggering what he can do there. And then inside the 10-yard line, I think he and Corey Fleming are the two most difficult guys to cover inside that 10. So he's played well all year. They need him to play very big again today.
And of course, Arizona, the last game they lost was at Colorado in the regular season. They haven't lost since, won 9 in a row. They've been the hottest team in the league. And in their playoff game against Los Angeles a week ago, they looked like the hottest team in the league in every phase of the game.
Well, Tom, you know, you hope to, sometimes you play well on offense and sometimes you hope you play well on defense. But they had it all going last week in all 3 phases on offense. What's Lawante Bryant? 13 catches and 3 touchdowns. And Bonner was sensational as well. Kelvin Hunter on defense with the interception here. They forced 3 turnovers on defense. And then that third phase, Saya Burley said Saya later as he took that kickoff. That was their first possession and returned it for a touchdown. So there's a reason they're the hottest team in the AFL right now, Tom. They're playing well in all 3 phases.
And Danny White has them playing well. Right now he's on the field with Marty Snyder. Marty?
They looked good last week, Tom, and looked good on that first drive, I would say. But, Coach, you've been in this position the last 2 years. What did you say to the ball club before the game?
Well, I'm off the hook. I told them if they need a pep talk for this one, they're in the wrong business. So I didn't say anything.
What does Colorado do that worries you today?
Well, they've got a great pass rush. First couple of plays we control them okay, but that's going to become a real factor as the game goes on. We've got to control their pass rush and, of course, control Damian Harrell offensively.
And real quick, how much will Randy Gatewood play today?
Oh, he's playing.
He's going to play as much as he can play, right? As much as he can stand to play. Colorado, or the Arizona, the #1 seed. Last time they were the #1 seed, Tom, 1997. They won the Arena Bowl that year.
All right.
That was their quarterback, too, at that 1997 year, right. Cedric Bonner.
So after scoring on their first possession, Arizona will kick off. That's a look at Kevin McKenzie, the deep man for Colorado.
I'm pretty sure that lead is not going to hold.
Really?
I'm just going on a limb. I expect Colorado to score today.
Here's Garner with his kickoff. High and deep off the net. McKenzie fields it cleanly. Nearly broke away. He'll be ridden down at about the 12-yard line where Colorado will send John Dutton out under center. Tom Pace made the tackle on special teams, so he caught 2 passes, including the touchdown, and then makes a special teams tackle. That's AFL football. There are the numbers on Dutton.
Yeah, he has really been largely responsible for this turnaround. Mike Daly gave him a great deal of comments. Mike Daly said, when their first conversation, he told him, I'm going to protect you. I'm going to bring in some guys that are going to protect you, and they have. Only 5 sacks on the year, and he has responded magnificently with that protection. That was all it took. No protection last year, and they did not have a good season. This year, they've completely turned it around. Here's Colorado's first play, a little short screen pass. And just short of the first down, out to the 20-yard line. And here's the starting offensive unit for Colorado. Dutton, the quarterback. McKenzie, Marshall, and Harrell. Harrell having a sensational year. And up front, the blockers, Hunter, Moorbrown, and Johnson. We started the game with Robert Red. A little change of pace for them.
Here's McKenzie. Down the sideline. into Arizona territory. Tackle made by Ricky Parker after a gain of 13 and a first down, Colorado. Here's a look at the Arizona defensive unit. Henderson, the pass rusher supreme, Tucker and Planton. There's Hunky Cooper, Kelly, Gatewood, Parker, and Kelvin Hunter.
Yeah, Wendell Gaines, who's played great for them the last month, unavailable to play today.
McKenzie can't handle it. Parker almost intercepted it, but into the stands and incomplete.
There's so much of their offense based around Damian Harrell, but Kevin McKenzie, to whom they throw that ball, number 6, as you watch Colorado run a no-huddle offense. But Kevin McKenzie has had a sensational year. He made the all-Ironman team, and he has done everything well. Look at the different things he's tackled. He's made interceptions for touchdowns, rushing touchdowns, all the things you ask of an AFL player.
Second down pass complete to Kevin McKenzie. He's to the 10-yard line, hit there by Kelvin Hunter. He'll be short of the first down. It'll be third down for Colorado.
And Colorado running this no huddle, which they started a number of weeks ago against Philadelphia, and particularly against Arizona. As I was talking to the coaches, Arizona likes a real slow tempo game, down tempo game. They want to pick up the pace.
As if this game weren't fast enough. Dutton for the end zone. Harrell. Did he get it? Yes or no? Still no signal. No, incomplete. They said he was juggling the ball when he hit the sideboards, which are out of bounds in the end zone.
Yeah, I don't think he was juggling, but did he hit that end zone board, that sideboard in the end zone, which is out of bounds? At the very top of the show, we said he's got strong hands. Watch him go up at the highest point. He's got it. He had it grabbed it just in his right hand, but I think he hit that sideboard. He's got possession.
Got a foot down in bounds.
Got a foot down. Look, he got a foot down. It looked like it was a touchdown.
Yeah, I think so.
But again, those big, strong hands.
So fourth down now. 4th and 2 for Colorado. John Dutton's pass. Harrell can't get it. And there's a stop for Arizona.
Say in Arena League football, if you don't watch it much, 3 stops generally wins the game for him. And Doug Klang's defense, Rattler defense, gets the first stop of the game. I actually, though, think that was a touchdown on the play earlier to Damian Harrell.
So Arizona will take over. When we come back, the Rattlers leading 7-0.
Mr. Goodwrench, who is this one and only GM expert?
Can I help you?
No, I'm good, thanks. Good wrench. Good wrench. He put a supercharger in your car.
Yep. What's it to you, bub?
Easy there, Leadfoot. New transmission. Who's my guy?
Mr. Goodwrench.
Fresh fuel filter?
Mr. Goodwrench. Mr. Goodwrench.
Find Mr. Goodwrench at over 7,000 GM dealerships nationwide.
My friends call me Buffalo.
How come?
Don't know.
Assurance in rain means Goodyear's deeply carved aqua chutes propel water away from your tread. Assurance on ice means Goodyear's interlocking treads deliver gripping power. Assurance on dry pavement means Goodyear's reinforced shoulders give you confident maneuvering. The revolutionary new Goodyear Assurance with triple tread technology for assurance in any weather on the wings of Goodyear.
The Olympics, an event so big it deserves to be seen in incredible high definition. Experience the dives, flips, and sprints on an amazing widescreen picture. And one of the best ways to get NBC special HD Olympic coverage is from cable. To find out how to get NBC in HD, call or go to onlycablecan.com for details.
Early in the first quarter, Arizona up by a touchdown. Let's go back to the play to Damian Harrell a moment ago. Remember, you catch the ball 1 foot in. He's got possession. I think he gets the left foot down before he touches the sideboard. I think that's a touchdown. Now, the official in the back says he bobbled it. I think just because he had it with one hand, he thinks he bobbled it, but he didn't. Real strong hands. I think that should have been a touchdown for Colorado.
They brought up a 4th down, and Dutton's pass on 4th was incomplete for Harrell, so Arizona takes over, leading 7-0, and with the ball at their own 10-yard line. Burley in motion. Here's Bonner. Quick toss to Pace, off his hand, incomplete. And let's check in with Marty. He's with Damian Harrell.
Well, Tom, Damian came off the field pleading his case still. And what was your contention to the refs?
It was just a bad call, man. I mean, you know, we're not perfect, man, but that was a bad call. You know, this is a big game, man. You got to be on point with those calls, man. It was a terrible call.
Sometimes when you catch the ball, you can look down and see your feet. Did you see 1 foot in?
Man, I had both feet in from where I was looking at. You know what I'm saying? With the push. You know what I'm saying? That was 6. This is a bad call, man. We'll get it back, though.
Thanks, Damian.
Clearly, he thinks it's a bad call.
How do you think he really feels?
I think he believes it's a bad call.
2nd and 10, Arizona. Pass complete, short of the first down. Caught by Burley. And Rashad Floyd makes the tackle for Colorado. It'll bring up a 3rd down play for Arizona.
You mentioned Rashad Floyd, and we talked about how many tackles he's made. What a year Rashad Floyd has had for Colorado. He led the league in tackles. He had 6 interceptions, 4 fumble recoveries, knocked 30 passes away. Made the 2nd team All-Arena League team. Just a great year for him.
Pace will be the motion man on 3rd down. Bonner with plenty of time. Going deep. Pace. There's a flag down.
Oh, Birdman held him.
Birdman being
Ahmad Hawkins.
Rashad Hawkins, thank you.
Ahmad Rashad. He's named after Ahmad Rashad. Tom Pace ran a little hook route there, and when he didn't get the ball right away, Tom, he just converted to a kind of a hook and go. And Ahmad Hawkins was jumping on the hook.
Illegal contact on the defense, number 9. 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Tom McCabe is today's referee.
Yeah, see, he didn't get the ball now, so now he goes deep. And Hawkins really just saves a touchdown. I think that's the right thing to do. Take the penalty and preserve the points. We had a nice conversation with Ahmad Hawkins yesterday. Just got engaged, and you know, the funny thing he said to us was, you know, he said Kobe Bryant's ruined it for all of us grooms about buying rings, diamond rings.
I was impressed that he got down on one knee and called his fiance's parents for permission. Here's Gatewood wide open. 1st down, Arizona, just inside the 15-yard line, and they call Ahmad Hawkins, who made that tackle, the Birdman, for obvious reasons. Hawkins, and he has the Hawk sound down perfectly.
Yeah. The Bird call, the Birdman, baby.
Now, you think his fiance's ever heard that? I don't. That's the thing. You kind of keep.
Are you saying she might call things off?
Yeah.
I liked his Birdman, his Hawk call a lot better than yours when you demonstrated.
I was not nearly as strong as he. I never had any nicknames.
Bonner again has a man wide open. It's Pace dancing to the 6-yard line. Tackled there.
You know, it's interesting. Danny White is having Tom Pace, who's what they call their wing, play wide receiver, and saving Hunky Cooper, their outstanding player for defense. Hunky, one of the premier players in the history of this league, now just really a role player on defense. But at some point in the game, Hunky Cooper on defense will make a difference and make a play.
Never fails to make a play when it's needed, and of course, just his presence is worth something for Arizona. It looks like he's like a beast pacing in a cage trying to be released.
I've never met a person who is more passionate about football than Hunky Cooper. He's just phenomenal.
Cedric Bonner, sidearm delivery, incomplete, and flag is down, intended for Burley. He was defended by Hawkins, but a penalty marker on the play.
Cedric Bonner has 3 different
pass
releases.
Interference on the defense, number 9. Half the distance to the goal, automatic 1st down.
Penalties aiding Arizona on this drive.
Yeah, 2 of them on Hawkins, but Cedric Bonner, as all the quarterbacks in this league, I think, really have to be able to adjust their throws. And you have to throw it with touch, you have to lob it, you have to throw it over guys, you have to drill it, and then you got to throw it sidearm sometimes. And that was a sidearm drill shot by Cedric Bonner. Hunky Cooper's now in the game because they like to run Hunky down here some.
This will be Trenadu to the end zone for the touchdown. Frank Trenadu scores the touchdown.
And you know, Tom, one of those little things. Terrific block by number 14, Hunky Cooper. You know, he doesn't do the big things as much as he did a few years ago, but he does the little things still particularly well. Good block, sealed the inside, allows Trent to get in the end zone.
Nelson Garner will attempt the point after. Bonner holds. And the kick slides inside the upright and is good. So Hunky Cooper makes a play. It might not show up in the box score, but he helps spring Frank Trenadu for the rushing touchdown. And Arizona breaks clear for a 14-0 lead on Colorado.
Arena Bowl 18, June 27th, 4 Eastern, NBC.
Spring is the perfect time to get your house in shape, and there's no better home improvement than adding a security system from ADT. A single ADT system can help protect your home and family from burglary, fire, and carbon monoxide. Call now to take advantage of ADT's Spring Special. You could even save up to 20% off your homeowner's insurance, and you may qualify for zero down financing for installation. But this deal won't last, so you'd better hurry. ADT, always there.
Hello? Oh, hi. Mr. Wendy here, going door to door to remind people about Wendy's late night pickup window. Don't you have anything better to do? Actually, no. Look, how many times have you been forced to eat lousy food late at night? Happens all the time. Why? If you go to Wendy's, they'll make you a really good classic double with cheese, fresh, instead of something that's been sitting around for who knows how long. You're with Wendy's? Well, unofficially. So is anyone else home? Yeah. Say hi to Bruna. Whoa, Bruna.
Wendy's pickup window is open till midnight or later.
In the future, everyone's glasses will automatically adjust to changing light and block out harmful UV rays that can damage the eyes. But for those with transitions lenses, the future is already here. Ask your eye care professional, because the danger is real now, and so is the protection. Transitions, right in any light.
NBC is brought to you by ADT, America's residential and commercial security leader. Call 1-800-ADT-ASAP. By Wendy's Classic Hamburgers, it's better here. And by Transitions, the eyeglass lenses that provide automatic UV protection in any light.
We're going to look at this touchdown. You know, Tom, we just talked about Hunky Cooper and all the big plays he's made over the careers, and sometimes the little ones get overshadowed, but he's right here. This is his very first play, but watch the seal block that he puts on Hugh Hunter that allows Trenton to get in. I mean, he's outweighed by about 80 pounds. Just seals off that inside, allows for an easy score. Just another play that helps his team win.
And a 14-0 Arizona lead, so critical series coming up here for Colorado early in the game. Rashad Floyd is the deep man for the Crush as Garner's ready to kick it off. Garner's kick off the net, took a funny bounce, and it
hit the railing.
Hit the railing behind there, which means it's an automatic touchback. The ball to the 5-yard line, where Colorado will take over. Log on to NBCSports.com for much more on the AFL playoffs. Check out expert analysis from Pat Hayden, including his look at the tremendous turnaround of the Crush plus Arizona's title chances, all at NBCSports.com.
You have to admit the Crush had an incredible turnaround from last year. They only won 2 games. Now they're 1 game away from facing San Jose in the championship game.
And John Elway has given all the credit to his coach, Mike Daly, for the big turnaround as Dutton completes a first down pass.
Well, you know, Mike Daly, as we spoke with him yesterday, you know, he said I needed to do a few things. I needed to protect my quarterback first, but I said we had to improve the turnover margin. We had to, you know, fix the points allowed category, play better defense, and we needed to have a better sack differential. And look what happened between last season and this season. All the things that he talked about when he took the job, he delivered.
And all the players told us, too, instituted a sort of swagger that they, confidence that they didn't have before. As Marshall makes his second consecutive reception, that's enough for a Colorado first down.
Yeah, you know, the beneficiary, I think, of his coaching and his stability has been John Dutton, because John Dutton struggled a little bit last year, but this year he has been a premier player. 75 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions on the year, a big turnaround from a year ago.
Here's Dutton. Pass. Was his arm hit as he released? The pass flying into the stands. There are the numbers on Dutton.
Boy, yeah, look at the improvement. Last season, 13 sacks, only 5. So he's getting great protection, and he's throwing the ball away. And then only 9 interceptions on the season. You know, just like the outdoor game, the turnovers are the single determining factor whether you're going to win or lose games. And he's protected the ball much better.
Second down. Dutton chased, unloads it. It's complete. Dutton with a little improvisation there.
Is that to his center? If it was, he's ineligible.
It's Kyle Moore Brown that caught it.
You know, only the tight end.
Yeah, only if he lined up as a tight end, and he is the center.
Yeah, he can't catch that ball. Kyle Moore Brown is a terrific center, and he's got pretty good hands. Maybe they should move him to tight end, but he's not eligible on this play.
And Dutton paying the price there under the rush from Trenadu. So a little conference among the officials to sort things out. And Tom McCabe will give us the call.
Pass interference on the offense, number 96. An ineligible receiver catching the ball. It's a 10-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
Tom got that one right. Kyle Moore Brown, though, has had a terrific year, along with Aaron Johnson and Hugh Hunter, protecting John Dutton, allow John Dutton to succeed.
There's the number on Kyle Moore Brown. He's never missed a game, his 157th straight. Made a nice catch, but can't do that. So second down and 20. Dutton's pass to Harrell makes a nice move around Bryant, and then is hauled down about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, down by 2 touchdowns, a very important drive for Colorado, and when you need to have an important drive, an important play, you throw the ball to Damian Harrell, number 1. You talk about his numbers, and his body position is good after the catch. You know, came in with 114 catches, almost 2,000 yards in receptions, and he's been consistently brilliant. Not just consistently brilliant this year.
Third down, Dutton with a sidearm. It's broken up. Ricky Parker made the hit on McKenzie, and the pass incomplete. It'll be fourth down.
Doug Plank's defense is playing well.
50 pig, H3, let's go.
Okay, well, this is the huddle call. The receivers are wing S and H.
Wrong, trip left, wing zoom. 50 pig, H3, let's go. On one-on-one.
Okay, he's got an S read, which is Kevin McKenzie, and an H go. He's got to go. He's got a read pattern.
Fourth down. Dutton's pass. And then incomplete. Hunter with a big hit on Harrell, and another stop for Arizona.
Well, we talked with Danny White this week. He said, hey, how are you going to defend against Damian Harrell? He's been so sensational this year. He said, you know what? We're going to let him keep everything in front of us, and then we're going to hit him after he catches the ball. And he said that Kelvin Hunter is a very, very competitive guy. And when he was going to knock him down over and over again, he did it right down. He forced an incomplete pass. So great play by Kelvin Hunter.
Doug Blank's defense with another stop. Dutton and company still blanked.
The Subway Fresh Face Player of the Week, Saya Burley, Arizona Rattlers. He teamed with Minnesota Vikings quarterback Dante Culpepper at UCF and was named to the All-Independent team, leading the Golden Knights in receiving 2 straight years. Burley made an immediate impact in arena football as an all-rookie selection and has shown big playability throughout his 4-year career. Now the leading receiver in Arizona, Saya Burley is the Subway Fresh Face Player of the Week. Meet Greg Biffle, Subway-sponsored professional race car driver. A man who doesn't know the meaning of the word slow.
Done! What? I win! Yes!
Subway, proud sponsor of Greg Biffle and the number 16 car.
Biffle, you're the man!
Subway, eat fresh.
Your whole life can change in an instant. Are you ready for this? Now you can be. See your State Farm agent and plan your financial future with the company you trust. We live where you live.
She captured our hearts in Sydney. Now Laura Wilkinson's back again with a ticket to Athens on the line. Live, the U.S. Olympic Diving Trials. Tonight, 7 Eastern, NBC. Andy Roddick, after a run to the semis, can he win tennis's most prestigious title? Plus two-time defending champ Serena Williams. A Wimbledon preview next Sunday, noon Eastern, NBC.
Back in Arizona, where the Rattlers just held Colorado on 4th down, John Dutton, the Colorado quarterback, while we were gone, was pleading for a completion on that 4th down play. Here's what he said.
Oh my God! Show that replay. Unbelievable.
Okay, we'll show it.
Okay. Here's Damian Harrell, number 1. I don't think he ever has possession of that ball. That is not a completion, and I think it was just a terrific play by Kelvin Hunter, who right when the ball is arriving to Harrell, knocks him down. That's a good defensive play, no interference, and he certainly didn't catch the ball. Another good defensive series for the Rattlers, who have won 9 games in a row because they've played well on defense, they've played efficiently on offense, and they've played great on special teams.
And they've held Colorado now twice on 4th down. In fact, Colorado does not have a 3rd or 4th down conversion in this first quarter. There's a running play on the first play of this series. It goes to Bo Kelly, and Rich Young makes the stop on him.
Bo Kelly's had a terrific career as a runner. And there's only 5 guys in the history of the Arena Football League that have gained 1,000 yards or more, not in a season, in a career, right?
You think runners sort of feel like forgotten men sometimes?
Like, you know, telephone operators.
And the first quarter will come to a close with that Bo Kelly run, and it ends with Arizona in command at the end of the first quarter in this semifinal playoff game, with the winner going to the Arena Bowl. The Arizona Rattlers leading the Colorado Crush 14-0. We'll be back with more of the AFL on NBC after these messages and a word from your local station.
Monday, NBC's new summer season continues with Fear Factor. And we've got 2 words for you. Toe wins. Then an all-new For Love or Money. Some want the cash.
I'm playing to win.
And some are falling in love. But in the end, someone's going home. Plus, a sneak preview of next action star, The Auditions. Some who have it and some who don't.
Bye.
NBC's new summer season continues this Monday.
We changed to a low-carb lifestyle, and we love it.
But I worried we were missing something from our diet.
So we changed our multivitamin, too.
Introducing One-A-Day Carb Smart, a complete multivitamin with more biotin, an important nutrient that helps your body break down the extra fats and proteins you're eating. Plus, higher levels of key nutrients you may be missing when you change to a low-carb lifestyle.
It just seemed smart.
One-A-Day Carb Smart, the multivitamin with more for your low-carb lifestyle.
On a more personal note, I think we'd all like to spend more time with our kids.
He promised he wouldn't.
Sit down over a nice meal together?
He's right.
My favorite place is Wendy's. Junior bacon cheeseburgers, side salad, chicken nuggets. They're 99 cents each, so lunch doesn't cost much, and it's nice after the game.
Are you with Wendy's?
Oh, unofficially.
The 99-cent super value menu at Wendy's. It's better here.
Well, hi, honey. I'm almost done.
And our pickup window's open till midnight or later.
This is my TV hutch. I just dusted it. Same hutch, but I dusted it with Pledge. This is my dining table. I dry dusted this side, but this side, I dusted with Pledge.
There's a better way to look at dusting. It's Pledge. Unlike dry dusting that can leave wood looking dull and dirty, Pledge makes it easy to clean, protect, and bring out the beauty of your wood while you dust without buildup.
Pledge. It does more for my wood than just dusting ever could.
S.C. Johnson, a family company.
KSBW-TV, your home for the Summer Olympic Games in Athens.
Ready to start the second quarter in Phoenix with Arizona leading Colorado 14-0. And between quarters, Mike Daly gathered his entire team, called them off the bench out onto the field, gathered them around him and said it's time to make some plays. Need to be more physical up front. And he said that a lot of football still remains to be played, but they're down 14-0. They've been stopped twice, and they see Arizona with the ball one more time. Let's go to Marty.
He also told his receivers before that team meeting, listen, you've got to catch the ball. We've had a lot of drops today. We've got to get protection up front. But number one, we just have to settle down. We're too into the fact that Arizona has 14 points on us and we have 0. We just need to calm down and play our brand of football.
Well, you know, what they really need is a defensive stop.
Yep.
And they need Rich Young in particular, their MAC linebacker, to really put some pressure on Cedric Bonner. This is a very good rusher as a MAC linebacker, Rich Young.
Bonner's hit 5 of his first 6 passes. There's a sidearm completion. And that sidearm move again to Hunky Cooper. Hawkins tackles him just short of the 15-yard line. A gain of 15.
Yeah, you're right. Another sidearm throw by Cedric Bonner. We've seen some over the top. We've seen some three-quarter. The second time we've seen that sidearm.
He has that.
He just kind of ducked. He went from 6'4" to about 5'10" on that throw.
That was almost underhand.
You know, just finding those small little windows. This field it's a crowded field, even though it's only 8-on-8. It's a small little field, and sometimes you have to find those small little windows to your receivers.
Bonner, you saw, has missed only once, and there's a tremendous play by Rashad Floyd. Floyd deflects the ball, intended for Burley right at the goal line.
You know, he came into the game with 30 deflections, and if you don't deflect the ball as a defensive specialist, they usually end up as touchdowns. So we've seen the kind of year that Rashad Floyd is at. Oh, look at the leap there.
Wow.
I think that was Kevin McKenzie.
It was McKenzie.
Wow.
And here's Burley wide open for the moment until Floyd, with that recovery speed, gets there to deflect it incomplete.
But you see, in the outdoor game, you keep running, you know, dot the I right by the sideline, because those sideboards are there. He has to slow down.
Quick toss to Cooper. Hunky got back to the line of scrimmage and not much more.
You know, we had a chance to talk with Hunky yesterday, Tom, and as you know, he is such a passionate guy about this game and about football, and he is just into winning like no other player I've ever seen.
And of course, he was largely responsible, at least in large measure, for the turnaround of this team. No more country club atmosphere, ping pong table out of the locker room, no more card playing. He called a players-only meeting when they were 3-5, and they have not lost since.
Well, and he also called his team together yesterday and said, hey, guys, this may be our last game together. How do you want to be remembered?
Third down play. Bonner, good protection, rifles it incomplete through the hands of Hunky Cooper, and it'll bring up a 4th down for Arizona.
A good defensive series thus far for Colorado.
Yeah, they look like that. They took Daly's words to heart. They have more of a spring in their step, more of a confidence.
Yeah, and you see right here.
Series.
Yeah, this is Rich Young, number 42. As the game goes on, he just kind of wears on you and wears on you. Here's Hunky Cooper on a dig route. Again, may have lost some of his offensive gifts and skills over the years, but tremendous leadership skills. And Danny White said he's much more valuable to us on defense, where he's really our quarterback of the defense.
Nelson Garner will attempt a 31-yard field goal on 4th down. Garner's longest is 49 yards. This one on its way, and it is good. He just did squeak it through the uprights there. Hunky Cooper again makes a couple of plays. Arizona adds 3 to its lead, 17-0.
Arena Bowl 18, June 27th, 4 Eastern, NBC.
Hey, Frankie, you know that race for president of beers?
Yeah.
Miller had to drop out. They're disqualified.
Why?
Well, as it turns out, Miller was bought by South African breweries. And you would have to be American to run for president of beers.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Miller ran all those commercials for nothing, huh?
What a shame.
Yeah.
But the spokesperson, he found a new job.
Oh, yeah? What's he going to do?
He's hosting a reality show called Shoes and Socks.
Oh, he should go far with that.
Dad, did you hear what I said?
Yeah. Tell me again how you came to this conclusion.
Okay. Number one, it's a challenge. Number two, it's not what everybody else does.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
It's important. And as far as careers go, I'll do more. And I'll have more choices later.
So, when did you start talking like me?
What? That was offside! Face mask! First down! Way to go, baby! Go for two. Blitz. Get out. Timeout! 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 He's all over him. Interference. Right in his hand! Oh. So glad I'm not playing anymore. Touchdown! Yeah!
Every armchair quarterback needs a high-definition widescreen projection TV monitor. Aaron's has a great selection at the guaranteed lowest price.
Game over? Game over? What?
The AFL on NBC is brought to you by Budweiser. Grab a cold, fresh Budweiser. It's game time. By the United States Army, an army of one. And by Aaron's. Let Aaron's drive your dreams home today. And Arizona with a 17-0 lead. Hunky Cooper understands the importance of this semifinal matchup.
I approach it the same way. It's another game. But like I said, the stakes are different now. You don't. If you win, you go to the locker room, you practice, and you get your itinerary for next week. If you lose, you go home and you think, what if we would have done this, if we would have done that, and you make excuses. When you win, you don't have to make excuses. You just prepare for the next game, and by any means necessary, you have to find a way to pull through and to win, because the playoffs are the biggest part of football.
You know, I am always going to pick him first on my team. I mean, he's unbelievable. Look at the different ways he's scored in his career. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 different ways he has scored. Unbelievable.
I just want to hit somebody right now. I know. Forearm.
He's a guy that just lifts everybody around him by his passion for the game of football. I've never met a guy like that. You know, he's one of those guys, if he says something, teammates and coaches listen.
Willis Marshall deep for Colorado as Garner kicks it off. Colorado holding Arizona to a field goal that time. So a little glimmer of hope for the Crush. They need a score in the worst way. Marshall down the sideline trying to give it to him. Garner, the kicker, stops him. There's a penalty marker on the play.
Willis Marshall trying to give him the spark that you're just talking about, Tom. They need some play to get them really right back in the hunt here. And in this game, you know, kickoff returns can be those plays. 61 have been returned for touchdowns this year in the Arena Football League.
That one went for 39 yards if it stands, but it does not look like it will.
How can you tell?
Holding on the return, number 91. Half the distance to the goal. It's first down.
That's Hugh Hunter.
I didn't call it.
The penalties have hurt Colorado today. It aided an Arizona drive, and this nullifies a big kickoff return.
And they've had some drop balls as well. And here's where John Dutton just needs to put together a solid drive. Not anything spectacular. He's got 3 very good receivers. We talked about Harrell, but McKenzie and Willis Marshall, 2 very good receivers as well.
Is this getting to the desperate stage here for Colorado?
No, I don't think it's desperate yet. I think they really have to just have a patient drive. Don't try to get it all back.
Dutton's pass nearly intercepted. Planton jumped up and nearly snagged it. Tony Planton.
You don't think these guys are big athletes? Tony Planton, who was playing defensive end, he's 295 pounds. And just timed his leap perfectly. And, you know, he turns around and he has to play offense in the next series.
Strong base, left, wing yo.
There again, you see the play by Planton, so it's 2nd and 10.
He's filling in for Wendell Gaines out with an injury today.
Again short. This one complete to McKenzie. Lowers his head and crosses the 20-yard line for a Colorado first down. Ricky Parker makes the defensive play.
That's okay. That's a nice play by John Dutton. Now, you're down by 17 points. You can't get too anxious. To my recollection, there's no one play in Arena League football that gets you 17 points, right? Well, yeah, so take your time here. You still have plenty of time. And you know, use those other wide receivers on the shorter routes. Let them break a tackle or two.
And mix things up with a running play. Good for a couple of yards there.
We're talking
Rich Young.
We're talking about Rich Young on defense. Turns around and plays that fullback position. And there's no position that has more collisions in the Arena Football League than the combination Mac linebacker and fullback. These guys go through 2, 3, 4 helmets a year, 5 or 6 chin straps, and they're the most injured players in the league.
And Young is one of the guys in the league at that position that you don't want to collide with.
No.
Dutton finds an open receiver again, and McKenzie steps out of bounds. They'll mark it inside the Arizona 20. Looks like it's just short on the first down.
Mike Daly talked to us about Rich Young earlier in the year and say this is a guy that, you know, he brings everything that he has every single play. That's the good news. The bad news is you can't survive 16 games, you know, butting heads like that play after play. And Rich is one of those guys. Played some nose tackle, believe it or not, in Canada for a year.
Third down and 1. Dutton's going to throw, and he has his man. And then the ball is knocked loose, incomplete. There's another drop. I thought he had it.
Yeah, Marty Snyder was just reported that the coach said, hey, there's Mike Daly said we're dropping too many balls. That would have been a first down. Now they're forced into a third, fourth down of the game, and they've been stopped twice already on fourth down.
Third drop pass of the game. It was McKenzie that could not hold on. And so fourth down and a yard. And as Pat said, already they have failed on 2 fourth-down conversions today.
Big cushion for Harrell.
Dutton rolling, delivering for the end zone. Harrell, no! Flag is down, back at the line of scrimmage.
A very late flag. It wasn't on the pass play. Well, I'm surprised that Harrell just didn't pull up and run a little stop. There's a big, big cushion that he had.
All he needed was a yard for the first down.
Yard. Yeah, it's against Colorado, so that'll be the third fourth down stop for Doug Plank's defense. Beginning to play like the old 85 Bears.
I think so.
See, they just needed the 1 yard, and although he makes a terrific and athletic play to try to get there, I think if he just hooks up and, you know, delivers the ball, you pick up the first down, move the chains, and you're still in the game.
I don't know that in the games we've done over the past 2 seasons, have we ever seen 3 consecutive stops?
No.
Arizona dominating, leading 17-0 with the ball when we come back.
To cure athlete's foot, you've got to be fast on your feet. And nothing lets you treat faster than Lamisil AT. Lamisil AT cures athlete's foot with just 1 week's use. Not even a prescription can beat that. If you use Tinactin or Lotrimin AF, you'll be treating for 4 long weeks. Who's going to do that? When your feet itch and burn, using Lamisil AT 1 week is proven to kill the fungus and keep you athlete's foot free for 3 months. Lamisil AT. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot.
Mr. Goodwrench, you're fast, but I'm gonna get you.
Just how fast are you guys in the pits?
We changed 2 tires in 8 seconds.
A little healthy competition for the elusive Mr. Goodwrench. Well, if Mr. Goodwrench does your brakes, rotates your tires, and checks your engine, what are you, the team mascot? I drive the car. Seriously, what do you do?
Find Mr. Goodwrench at over 7,000 GM dealerships nationwide.
License and registration, pal. What? Just kidding. That's nice. What is that, metal?
Mr. Wendy here, unofficial spokesman, making sure people don't eat bad food late at night. There's no point. Just go to Wendy's. Get a really good classic hamburger made fresh. Excuse me, sir. Oh.
Wendy's pickup window is open till midnight or later.
You can handle a long, hard day, but can your deodorant? Yeah, it's Arm & Hammer Ultra Max with our Clean Feel formula for 24-hour protection. All day, all night. Guaranteed. Ultra Max deodorant, 24 hours of clean.
Thursday at 3 Eastern, the first round of the U.S. Open live with Phil Mickelson, Vijay Singh, Fred Couples, Mike Weir, and more. Friday at 3, round 2 live as Tiger Woods, Ernie Els, Sergio Garcia, and Davis Love vie for golf's greatest championship. the U.S. Open, starting Thursday on NBC.
John Elway's had a tough afternoon so far. His team down 17-0.
He's not the only one that's had a tough first half for Colorado. Damian Harrell, who came into this game with 114 catches and playing brilliantly, has had a tough first half thus far. In the first quarter of the end zone, this was ruled not a catch. I thought it was, but it ruled out of the end zone. They said they was bobbling and out of the end zone. No catch. And this was a fourth down play. Great play by Hunter, not separating him from the ball. And just a moment ago, on fourth down, a catchable ball. Ordinarily, this year, he's making those plays.
But not today, and Colorado has been stopped 3 times on fourth down.
And here's where I think Arizona is so good. I mean, they're good all the time, but particularly with a lead, the way they can slow the pace of a game down.
Cedric Bonner floats one to Gatewood. He has it inside the 15-yard line. Tackled there by Woods. A gain of 16. Just as easy as that.
Well, Randy Gatewood has always been a consistent player in this league. You know, one of those guys, year in and year out, has put up very, very good numbers. You know, the reigning Iron Man of the year. What a nice route there. Good post fake. The ball delivered on time by Bonner. And doesn't bobble many balls. But one of those, you know, came into the game, 62 catches, 14 touchdowns, even though he had been hurt since May 1st.
Cedric Bonner's 8 of 11 for 100 yards and a touchdown. He has a first down here inside the 15 of Colorado. Bonner finds Burley. Isaiah Burley hit hard by Hawkins.
Isaiah Burley was a free agent acquisition for the Rattlers this year. And early in the year, remember, Cedric was talking to us yesterday about they weren't seeing the same thing. They were seeing different things. And so it's just been the last month where they've really been on the same page, reading those option routes exactly the same.
Champ Sports is the official athletic retailer of the Arena Football League. Visit Champ Sports for the best selection of official AFL merchandise and apparel, jerseys, t-shirts, hats, footballs, and more. Perhaps it is their destiny. They're looking for their 3rd straight Arena Bowl appearance, and then hoping to get there and win one.
Sidearm throw.
And it's complete to Tom Pace. It'll be first and goal, Arizona, at about the 3-yard line of Colorado.
What amazes me about these Arena League quarterbacks is how accurate you have to be in these small spaces in the different throws. We talked about Bonner's different kind of throws. Here's the sidearm. We've seen that 3 times just a moment ago. Then he's got that 3-quarter, which is really his regular release, and then over the top when there's people in his face. And let's have a look at the last one. We just had the sidearm throw there. You know, the accuracy with those 3 different motions. Remember, Tony Graziani of LA was saying he practices those. You have to practice all 3 releases.
Well, this game is so much about angles, and sometimes you have to find the angles, and you do it with that throwing motion.
You know, he came into the game, and Cedric Bonner, 65% completion percentage. You know, only 10 interceptions on the year. He's thrown, you know, like a zillion passes. So he's, you know, he protected the ball.
A zillion. How do you write a zillion?
Well, there's a lot of zeros after it, I know, and I think there's a Z in the front side of it. Yeah.
First and goal, Arizona. And here's the handoff, and Colorado was ready for that one.
Tom Pace.
Tom Pace carrying it after he caught a touchdown pass earlier. Marshall was the first to arrive on the scene to make the defensive play for the crush.
Listen to the play call of Cedric Bonner. And wing S and H are the receivers' designations.
Go wide fast right now, right? Right bunch. 59X post, wing shallow. On 101, ready?
Okay.
Be ready, Si.
Wing post X shallow. Wing is Tom Pace, who's right in here. Then you got a shallow route underneath.
Bonner rolling to buy some time. Flag is down. He has the touchdown to Burley. Remember, he said, be awake, Si. And the last thing he said, be ready.
Yeah, be ready quickly. There's a flag down.
But the flag may nullify the touchdown.
Holding on the offense, number 43. 10-yard penalty, replay 2nd down.
So holding call on Antoine Scott.
Let's see where Antoine is. Right there. You know, there's the hole. Bonner gets out. You know, his eyes always downfield, always looking for something good to happen. You know, incredibly accurate even on the move.
That was the first penalty against the Rattlers. Colorado's been whistled 4 times.
Right bunch. Read it. Corner out bullet on 101. Ready? 50, guys. 50.
Yeah, he's telling his lineman 5-step drops. He's going to need some good protection in this one. We'll get rid of it quickly.
DeBurley. Tackled by Rashad Floyd. Marked at about the 11-yard line.
Josiah Burley, the fastest wide receiver.
You got to give him a chance.
Yeah, see, he threw that a little quicker. It was supposed to be a 5-step drop. He threw it on his third.
Then
say,
let's run wing out post here. Okay, left wing loop. 59 wing post, next arrow. Right. Left wing loop.
Okay, wing's going to be in man motion.
Wing loop, 59 wing post. 52 wing post, next arrow. On one-on-one, ready?
Okay, Tom.
Flat out, side, flat out.
Okay, Tom Pace is the man in motion. He's going to run the post. He's going to look at him first. He always looks at the man in motion first.
Oh, Tommy.
Lobbed it for Pace, and it was overthrown and intercepted by Rashad Floyd. Floyd, it'll be a touchback and come out to the 5-yard line. They needed someone to make an offensive play, and Rashad Floyd does.
As he has all year, Tom. 7th interception of the year for Rashad Floyd, who's played brilliantly. And when his team really needed it, down 17 points. Yeah, and you heard Cedric Bonnet, Tommy. He's talking to Tommy Pace. He was expecting him to go a little bit deeper. Pace cuts it off shallow. And then Rashad Floyd's the beneficiary of the deep throw.
Quarterback makes one read. His receiver made a different one. Interception. Stop, Colorado.
Transition Lenses presents The Right Look.
Official's got a pretty good view right there down the line. That right foot right there, that's on the line.
The referee makes the right call. Transition Lenses, right in any light.
In the future, everyone's glasses will automatically adjust to changing light and block out harmful UV rays that can damage the eyes. But for those with transitions lenses, the future is already here. Ask your eye care professional, because the danger is real now, and so is the protection. Transitions, right in any light.
Spring is the perfect time to get your house in shape, and there's no better home improvement than adding a security system from ADT. A single ADT system can help protect your home and family from burglary, fire, and carbon monoxide. Call now to take advantage of ADT's spring special. You could even save up to 20% off your homeowner's insurance, and you may qualify for zero down financing for installation. But this deal won't last, so you better hurry. ADT, always there.
Hey, Arena football fans, catch a glimpse of the future of TV news.
Here is the shocking news tonight from Washington.
It's one of the most informative, hippest shows on cable.
That term has not been popular since J. Edgar Hoover was in short pants.
It's as good as it gets. Countdown with Keith Olbermann. Weeknights, only on MSNBC.
See ya.
It has been all Arizona, up 17-0, 4:11 left in the second quarter. But just a moment ago, some communication between Bonner and Tom Pace. Now, Tom Pace is the man in motion here. He's going to supposed to run a corner pattern, but they didn't see the same thing. What Bonner sees, he wants to see the throw go back here. Pace sees the defender here, says, I'm going to cut it off short. Miscommunication in one of those routes. It leads to the interception to Rashad Floyd. And so that's the play with just the knee, Tom, we talked about.
Yeah, the Colorado defense gave up 2 straight touchdowns to start the game, and now they've had 2 consecutive stops, holding Arizona to a field goal. And then the interception there. Now they need to convert it into some points. Dutton from his own 5, quick toss, and it's complete. That'll get it out to the 10-yard line, so a gain of 5 on first down. It was Robert Redd with his first reception of the game.
Well, Robert Redd's kind of an interesting guy from Bowling Green, where he played wide receiver, kick returner, and he was an emergency quarterback there. And Mike Daly at the beginning of training camp has what one day we call disaster day, where everybody has to learn a new position, and they found out he could be their third-team quarterback.
Here's Redd again, dancing his way and crossing midfield into Arizona territory, where Brian Henderson makes the tackle.
This
is 2 straight for Redd, who showed some ability at that quarterback on disaster day, didn't he?
Yeah, they really impressed me. He can throw left-handed, and he says equally well right-handed. And he actually threw a touchdown pass to John Dutton early in the year.
Coach Daly has a circuit on disaster day where everybody tries a different skill than the one that they, so they have a primary spot, which they play, and then if they go to the scout team, they practice in their secondary position, and there's a disaster position as well.
They're always looking for backup kickers and holders and guys who can play some wide receiver, and they found out Robert Red is a guy very valuable to them in a variety of ways.
In fact, they said the backup quarterback, Jose Davis, would make a good jack linebacker if they needed one. Dutton's going for 6 for Harrell. Incomplete.
Did a fan get in the way there? I mean, that's what Harrell said. Harrell said one of the fans there, when you play on the road in the playoffs, you know, it's just like leaning right over the side. These fans are so close. And it didn't look like it there. Well, maybe so. Maybe so. This guy up here had something to do with it. Damian Harrell certainly thought so.
Boy, Harrell's having a rough first half.
He actually double covered by the Rattler fan.
There's a nice catch by Red. And Red down to the 5-yard line. Made a one-handed snag of that Dutton pass, or Schwante Bryant prevents the touchdown, but it's a gain of 19 yards. 1st and goal, Colorado.
Robert Red is one of those smallish but strong receivers. You know, strong legs, strong hands, good after the catch.
He's caught 3 of them on this drive.
They get the second half possession. What they're thinking about is scoring quickly, another stop, getting 2 scores before halftime.
Less than 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Dutton down, tried to thread it, and he is complete. That was a nice catch there, made right at the goal line.
And Willis Marshall goes down. Yeah, and you're right, thread it. I mean, different kind of window. That was one of those over-the-top throws by John Dutton. We see him sidearm by Cedric Bonner. He kind of almost on his tippy toes there, and keeping the ball low away from the defender. That's a good, accurate throw by John Dutton.
Gave it to John Pio, but flags fly and the play blown dead. John Dutton has hit 4 of 5 on this drive.
Ball in the offense, number 33, 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
That was the ball carrier. Pio moving forward before the snap of the ball.
You think he was a little anxious?
It might have been, huh?
Well, you don't get to run it much in this league. So when they call your number, occasionally you get just a pinch anxious.
John has only run 7 times, as a matter of fact.
I don't blame him. Whoopsie daisy. Got up on his tippy toes. Timeout.
It's the 1-minute warning. We've reached the final minute of the first half. Colorado desperately looking for some points here. 17-0 Arizona.
Hey, Dad. Can I borrow your car?
Suddenly, you have one more driver than you have cars. Now your State Farm agent can help with information on auto loans and leases, as well as competitive rates on auto insurance. All from the company you trust. We live where you live.
Why don't you take your mother's car?
Assurance in rain means Goodyear's deeply carved aqua chutes propel water away from your tread. Assurance on ice means Goodyear's interlocking treads deliver gripping power. Assurance on dry pavement means Goodyear's reinforced shoulders give you confident maneuvering. The revolutionary new Goodyear Assurance with triple tread technology for assurance in any weather on the wings of Goodyear.
Baby Ruth, the real deal, has crunchy, whole roasted peanuts. The real deal has chewy nougat. The real deal has rich, creamy caramel. Because whether you're the man in the middle, the guy between the pipes, or a great-tasting candy bar, being the real deal is about what's on the inside. Baby Ruth from Nestle, the real deal.
Al Troutwig in New York. Arizona is shutting out Colorado, and Arizona knows the feeling. 2 Arena Bowls ago, they were shut out by San Jose for 3 quarters. Now San Jose awaits the winner of this game for Arena Bowl 18. Glenn Parker and Joey Galloway here. Can Colorado come back, Joey, in this game?
Not so sure. They're not looking real good right now. You know, they're looking a little lackadaisical. In a game like this, I'm surprised to see them come out the way they have.
Glenn, how are you going to break it down? Did Arizona take this from Colorado, or did Colorado give it?
Arizona took it completely. They came out with attitude, and they came out wanting to win bigger than anybody else.
Highlights and San Jose's Barry Wagner on the Wendy's halftime report. Stay with us here on NBC.
All right, guys, we'll be coming your way shortly. A minute to go in the half. Hunky Cooper, the quarterback of the defense, while we were away, he got the call from Doug Plank, the defensive coordinator, and then relayed it to his teammates.
They see bootlegs? We got the bootleg. We got somebody going backside. We're going lens. The backside end's going up the field.
Listen, they got two receivers in the boundary. That's their
I'll check out of them. Hey! Come here. You contact collision down here. Backside end of the rip of the lens. Get out the field, watch the bootleg. Cut your nose off, we got it.
Yeah, he just, leadership's incredible. He watches 3 tapes per day this week of Colorado. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, watch 3 of their games every single day.
Watches more tape than the coaches.
That's what Danny White said.
Second down and goal for Colorado. John Dutton nearly intercepted by Hunky Cooper. He was in the right spot, wasn't he? Intended for Harrell.
I thought Hunky had it. He read it perfectly. He said, studying all that film just makes me feel a lot more confident about what to expect. He's playing that jack linebacker position. He's just a little off his right-hand shoulder. Otherwise, he picks that off, and another big play by Hunky. Never had wouldn't have particularly well thrown ball, but.
All right, it's third and goal, third down, and Colorado is 0 for 3 on third down conversions. Dutton in the end zone, touchdown, Harrell.
That's only the second catch of the game for Damon Harrell. And this is a guy who came in with 114. But, when you're in trouble, and particularly down inside the 10, you just give your great players the chance.
Made a nice catch, too. He had to sort of turn around in midair.
Well, remember, at the very beginning of the show, he talked about his body control. He's got strong hands, wonderful body control, great feel for the game. So that's a significant catch for the Crush.
Anthony Brenner, extra point attempt, is good. So Colorado finally gets on the scoreboard, and they find their star offensive specialist, Damian Harrell, back in the end zone. Acrobatic catch. And Colorado narrows the gap to 10. 53 seconds to go till halftime. 17-7.
I am a soldier. An army of one. Even though I am part of the strongest army in the world, I am my own force. With the latest technology, training, and support, who I am has become better than who I was. And I'll be the first to tell you, the might of the U.S. Army doesn't lie in numbers. It lies in soldiers like me. Specialist Mark DeCarly. I am an army of one, and you can see my strength.
This is my Subway sandwich. The savory turkey breast with honey mustard and cucumbers, made fresh with under 6 grams of fat. Well, that used to be my Subway sandwich. Now I'm the low-fat sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tender chicken glazed with teriyaki sauce. What? Man, I don't even know you anymore. This is my Subway sandwich, and this is what I eat when I want to eat fresh. How do you not know me anymore?
There's a power so awesome, so irresistible, you'll do anything to get your hands on it. Introducing Gillette M3 Power. Turn on the first micro power shaving system from Gillette and turn on the amazing new Power Glide blades. Micro pulses raise the hair so you shave closer in one power stroke. Feel the power of the world's best shave. New M3 Power, a Mach 3 innovation from Gillette. The best a man can get.
Don't miss the inaugural chase for the next Delta when NASCAR returns this July to NBC.
She captured our hearts in Sydney. Now Laura Wilkinson's back again with a ticket to Athens on the line. Live, the U.S. Olympic Diving Trials. Tonight, 7 Eastern, NBC.
53 seconds till halftime. Cedric Bonner's hit 11 of 15 today. He'll have the ball in a moment. And as we look at Bonner, we recognize him as our Baby Ruth, Offensive Player of the Week.
Bonner to throw. Gets miss. Under pressure. Look at the arm strength. He's got touchdown. Gets miss. Bonner looking for Bryant.
That's an unbelievable throw by Cedric Bonner. Just amazing.
Bonner leading Arizona to a win over the Avengers in a playoff game a week ago. There are the numbers. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive enough to be the Baby Ruth Offensive Player of the Week.
Well, this is the perfect time for the onside kick. 53 seconds remaining in this second half, and Colorado gets the opening position the second half. So
there it is, onside kick attempt, and they've got it in full stride. And they say out of bounds back at the 20-yard line.
I think you can advance those
That's
offensively.
right. I get so carried away.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just perfect.
Perfectly executed.
Floyd was going at full speed, wasn't he?
Remember the opening game of the year for the Colorado Crush. They were down, as you watch this perfectly executed onside kick. And that's to do with the first game as well. They were down by 2 scores with 12 seconds remaining. They score, they have a perfect onside kick like this, and then they score again to beat Las Vegas in an improbable opening season win.
Well, Brenner placed that one perfectly.
Yeah. Some of these kickers in this league are so good because they practice it, 15, 20 minutes every day.
Pass deflected at the line of scrimmage and incomplete.
This is a really important drive for Colorado. They can get absolutely right back in this game with a touchdown.
Could be a dramatic turnaround.
And you try to use all 49 seconds. You open the second half of the possession, so you go touchdown, touchdown, and you're leading. You can just turn it around in a lot of different ways in this league. In the outdoor game, you can't, but you can do it on defense, you can do it on special teams, and clearly you can do it on offense.
Second down and 10. Hunky Cooper directing the defense. John Dutton in the pocket, going deep. And it is...
What a catch.
They say still no signal, out of bounds. No catch, out of bounds. McKenzie, they rule, was out of bounds, and it nullifies a catch. They've gotten some tough calls today.
Well, the end zone sideboard's out of bounds, but that was, I guess he did hit the end zone. He hit the end zone sideboard that is out of bounds. Yeah, perfect call by the official.
That was a good call. Tough call, but a good one. So now it's third down. They've had the one conversion on that last scoring drive. Their only conversion on third or fourth down today.
As loud as I've heard a crowd in Arena League this year.
And Dutton calls for a timeout.
That's a good one. He had all 3 of them. That's a good use of a timeout.
So 40 seconds remaining. AFL semifinal playoff game. The winner moves to Arena Bowl 18 to face the San Jose SaberCats, who defeated Chicago yesterday.
Yeah, hats off to Darren Arbette, the SaberCats. Played well for really the last 3 or 4 years. Won the championship a couple years ago.
And when they won it a couple of years ago, they beat the Arizona Rattlers, and the winning quarterback, the MVP of the game, was John Dutton.
Well, it's in 2 weeks, June 27th. I'll be there, Tom. Hope you'll join me.
Yes, I think I will.
Look forward to it.
And one of these 2 teams will be there as well.
Well, Danny White's won 2 of them in 1994 and 1997, so it's been a long drought. He's gotten his team to the Arena Bowl championship game the past 2 years, but as he told us yesterday, embarrassed for their performance.
Losing to San Jose and then last year to Tampa Bay. And should Arizona win today and make it to the Arena Bowl, they would be the host. Dutton's pass, caught.
Who else?
Harrell, hit by Hunter, but holds on, a gain of 16.
I'll tell you, these defensive backs aren't giving him a lot of room after the catch, are they? I mean, they're right on top of David Harrell. But if it's third down or it's fourth down, you need a big play, you need a touchdown, you need a significant catch, you throw the ball to David Harrell. And John Dutton was saying, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. I mean, he adjusts to the ball so well.
Clock continues to tick inside 25 seconds. Play clock down to 12, so plenty of time on that one. And then a timeout
But Danny White is screaming at Doug Plank.
Timeout, Arizona, their first timeout.
Arizona called a timeout. Dutt was just going to let the play clock tick away.
Stop the clock there. Because otherwise they're going to bring him out and play games.
He's screaming at him for calling a timeout, right? Did Hunky call that?
I'm not sure. Each team now with 2 timeouts remaining. The Dutt was up there at the line of scrimmage just watching the play clock, which still had another 10 seconds or so on it. He was letting the time tick away. As you said, the object is to be the last to score in the half.
You know, it's so counterintuitive if you watch the outdoor game so much. We're always trying to score as quickly as you can, you know. Here you're just trying to use as much of that clock because you can score so quickly if you score too early. I mean, the other team can score so quickly. So, but I think this year we've seen some teams play it pretty close, too close.
Yeah, the big thing is you've got to score here, and it hasn't exactly been easy for Colorado to score in this first half.
And I personally think it's easier to score from the 15 than the 10 and the 5. So I would try to throw the ball into the end zone the next, 3 plays. Here's Harrell down here.
First down, Colorado at the 15 of Arizona. Red with a catch and a flag down. And Harrell kind of has that guilty look. I don't know what he did.
That hangdog look, yeah. The teacher just caught him playing cards in the back of class. Tom McCabe, the engineer, will give us the call.
Number 1, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It'll replay first down. The clock will be dead. The clock will be dead.
It was indeed Harrell guilty of the penalty. Now, you talked about playing it too fine. Now only 16 seconds left.
Again, maybe because Damian Harrell is such a good inside the 10, they feel like they can run those shorter routes. But I still think it's a lot easier to throw the ball in the end zone. You remember, you're playing on a 50-yard field. The end zones are only 8 yards. It just gets really, really tight down there. Why not throw it to the end zone at this part of the field? Just have a lot more room to operate.
He's got trips to the right of the formation. 3 receivers. Harrell in motion. Dutton's pass underneath through the hands of McKenzie and incomplete.
You see the effect of the sidewalls? I mean, again, Kevin McKenzie, ordinarily outdoors, he catches that ball, runs out of bounds. But the ball was led a little bit too far. He was worried about running into the sideboard, and it's another drop. See, you're starting to slow down as you're going to those sideboards. The quarterback, you can't lead the guy as much.
Dutton unhappy. He thought he had a reception to McKenzie, completion to McKenzie. Second down. McKenzie catches this one to the 5-yard line and out of bounds there, stopping the clock with 8 seconds left.
I don't understand it. You're thinking touchdown, not field goal here, I think.
And Dutton getting the call, so it will be a try for the touchdown with 8 seconds left.
Now, the one thing we've talked about at the top and throughout this show, how good Damon Harrell is down here. He's 6'3", 200 pounds. He's a mismatch for most guys. Right there, number 1.
8 seconds. Harrell's in motion, looking for him all the way. Deflected at the last second and incomplete by Kelvin Hunter. Penalty markers on the play.
Yeah, Kelvin Hunter has had a terrific first half. He's knocked some balls away. He's knocked some receivers away from the ball. Even if it is a good penalty, it was a terrific, rally to the ball by Kelvin Hunter.
21, half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
That's Hunter called for the hold, but
it's time.
Only 3 seconds are left.
Absolutely. I think it's a good play by the hold early in the route right there. That's a good call. We'll see how he drives on. He still prevents the touchdown.
Yeah, he didn't give up on the play. But if he sort of gives up, knowing he was whistled for holding, they could have had the touchdown.
See, Colorado's going for a field goal, but, Tom, I think they missed a real opportunity here with 20 seconds left, not taking some shots into the end zone. I mean, they still can make it a 10-point game, but a real opportunity for a touchdown, I think, lost.
Anthony Brenner, 18-yard attempt, and it is good. So Colorado recovers the onside kick But they have to settle for the field goal to bring the half to a close.
Sure feel Damian Harrell, that guy coming on, don't you?
So the game with Arizona leading 17-0. Colorado scores the final 10 points of the half to make it 17-10. Let's go to Marty.
Well, Coach, walk me through to the decision there at the end of the half to burn the time off the clock and that wind up costing you a touchdown possibly.
No, we didn't want to leave them any time for a possession. We're going to get the possession the start of the second half. It's 17-10, really down one possession. We just felt like, you know, we wanted to get at least the 3, put ourselves in position to get the first possession of the second half, hopefully put ourselves in position to tie.
What do you say to the guys to give them hope that they can finish this comeback?
Well, we just got to calm down. We were nervous early, dropped a lot of balls. We just got to calm down, do a little better job.
10 straight unanswered points by the Colorado Crush has them down only 7, Tom.
All right, Marty, so Arizona leads 17-0. Colorado scores the final 10 points of the half, and they'll have the ball to start the second half. So 17-10 here at intermission. Now we'll send you to Al Troutwig, Glenn Parker, and their special guest, Joey Galloway, in our New York studio for the Wendy's AFL on NBC Halftime Report.
This is the Wendy's AFL on NBC Halftime Report.
And welcome to New York. Al Troutwig, Glenn Parker, Joey Galloway of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And yes, the Arena Football League sometimes forces you to think a little bit differently. And there you heard from Mike Daly. Kick the field goal, get the ball, and that is the way he has helped turn this franchise around. Knowing arena football is different sometimes than another game.
I like the call. I was thinking field goal also. They get the ball back. If they can come out and score a touchdown and be 17-17 with the way they played early on, they'll feel pretty good about that.
And there I am screaming, no, go for the touchdown.
Yeah, well, remember that they held Arizona to a field goal. So therefore, getting a field goal themselves is the same as a score. It's not the same as having to get that touchdown.
Okay, folks, we've got Barry Wagner of the San Jose SaberCats. They're a great two-way player. He'll join us after the break. Right now, let's go through the highlights and show you how this game has gone so far. But, boy, it was all San Jose yesterday, and it was all Arizona early in this one.
Yeah, Cedric Bonner, known as a touch passer, he has to fire this one in, but that's what makes him so good. He understands angles, and that was an angle pass. And this time, Dutton comes back. He's got Harrell, but there's controversy. I think he scores here, Joey. I think he's in. It should be a touchdown.
Definitely a touchdown. It's very disappointing because Colorado needs these kind of plays to stay in this game with Arizona.
Later in the quarter?
Yeah, Trent Dew gets in. He picks up a big block from Hunky Cooper. Great job of Arizona. They've been throwing the ball well, going underneath, and then running the ball as well.
That was one big man, and that's one big play. Picked off by Rashad Lloyd. In the end zone, Colorado does this with the ball after getting it. Damian Harrell's 35th straight game with a touchdown. Rashad Lloyd would then pick off the onside kick. They got a field goal out of it. And so now you've got a game where it's really only one score separating Arizona and Colorado. And for the way Arizona dominated that first half, that's surprising.
Well, it is surprising. But the fact of the matter is Colorado, Mike Daly came out on the field. He got his guys together. He said, listen, stop worrying that we're 14 points down. Just start playing football, and they've done that.
Joey, yesterday we talked, and Glenn brought up the point that Marv Levy would always say at key times when the team got up to a bad start, just go back to the basics. Why does that work for players? Why does that work for a coach like Mike Daly to say that?
Well, I think when you start Preston, the first thing to go is your fundamentals. You think, okay, we have to get all 17 points back in one play. It's impossible. They got a big interception in the end zone. All of a sudden, they come back. They get a score. They get a field goal. Down 17-10, they got a chance to get in this game.
And we're going to talk to Barry Wagner, but I thought it was very impressive, the sound that we heard from Hunky Cooper and how into the game and how smart and intellectual he is about getting his teammates to be in the right spots.
I think he's more dialed into the AFL than any player in the league and probably most of the coaches. This guy watches so much film, and when we had him on the set and we were able to talk to him, this is a guy that knows what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and he could be the coach out there.
All right, midway through the second quarter, it felt like it was an absolute blowout. Yuck, it was not a great game. It's totally different now. When we come back, the team that's waiting for Arena Bowl 18, that's the San Jose SaberCats. Their outstanding two-way player, Barry Wagner, joins us from Northern California after this.
Be smarter and tougher.
And there's the stop.
Oh, my God. That's what I thought.
Hello? Oh, hi. Mr. Wendy here, going door to door to remind people about Wendy's late night pickup window.
Don't you have anything better to do?
Actually, no. Look, how many times have you been forced to eat lousy food late at night?
Happens all the time.
Why? If you go to Wendy's, they'll make you a really good classic double with cheese, fresh, instead of something that's been sitting around for who knows how long.
You're with Wendy's?
Well, unofficially. So is anyone else home?
Yeah. Say hi to Bruno.
Whoa, Bruno.
Wendy's pickup window is open till midnight or later.
If you love your team, you wear the colors. If you need the action, you want the stuff. If you crave that feeling, you go to the Arena Store at arenafootball.com. It's the place for official AFL football merchandise, Drew Pearson caps, jerseys by Majestic, collectibles, and official AFL Spalding footballs. The merchandise that tells people you love this game. If you want to feel what happens here, you get the stuff here. Officially licensed AFL merchandise at the Arena Store at arenafootball.com.
Finish on 3. 1, 2, 3, finish.
The loser of this game goes home. Touchdown, San Jose. Touchdown!
We're going to do it.
San Jose has advanced to Arena Bowl 18.
We're going to the Arena Bowl, baby.
And with those plays, San Jose's SaberCats make their way to Arena Bowl 18. They won this game in the fourth quarter, making all the big plays. Their quarterback, Mark Grieve, James Hunden, and their two-way star, Barry Wagner, who joins us from the SaberCats training facility in San Jose. Barry, we're going to take a look now at some of your exploits, the touchdowns, the tackles, the fumbles forced. Is this one of the best games that you have ever played in your Arena Football League career?
First of all, I want to just give thanks to God for giving me the opportunity to play this game as long as I have. But, you know, most of the time in playoff, you know, big players make big plays in big games. And, of course, I wanted to come out and prove something to the league that I still can play this game.
Barry, Glenn Parker here. Talk to me about Arizona, what you've seen out of them. You lost 2 games out of your last 4 versus the Rattlers this regular season, and you might have to face them. What have you seen in this first half that gives you some solace and maybe some hope that you can beat them in the next one?
Well, you know, first of all, the first 2 games we played them, we was beating them, and the second game we played them, you know, I dropped a wide-open touchdown. They gave them home field advantage. So I feel like, you know, watching them, you know, they on fire right now, but, you know, we the water, we can put that fire out.
Barry, Joey Galloway, as I watch your game as an athlete, I excel on one side of the ball, and most of us do that. And I watch you, a 6-time Ironman. How do you do it? What makes you different to excel on both sides of the football?
Well, you know, I really got to give, you know, all the praise to the Lord because, you know, coming out of high school, I played both ways. In the college I went to, I got recruited as a safety, and then I ended up playing receiver. So I've been playing two-way for a long time. And it's just heart, passion, desire that we play out here, and that's what I play.
And the other thing about your game yesterday was the hitting. You took out Ray Filyaw in one of the key plays of the game, and I don't believe you had anything to do with him being injured, but in those seconds after the hit, no one knew, and it looked as though it really bothered you that you were even involved in watching him go down. What were you thinking then, Barry?
I thought about the time in '96 when I went down and how I felt being out, you know, one there for my team to help him, you know, achieve the goal we were trying to achieve. So I know what he was going through. And my brother had called me and asked me, you know, he thought I was about to break down and cry, which I probably shed a tear. But, you know, that's part of the game, and it wasn't a dirty hit. And, you know, things like that happen.
All right, Barry, let me flip the script a little bit on you here. I asked you about Arizona. Tell me about Colorado. You beat them by 20 at your house the last time. Obviously, you'd like to see them again, but what do you see out of them?
Well, I see them coming. Hey, they became a good team. They gelled real good late in the season. And JD that we had here, John Dutton, he is coming out on fire. And, you know, he got some good receivers, and, you know, they got some bad breaks, you know, in the first half. But hopefully, you know, to me, we in the game, we in the big dance, and all I'm looking for is playing whoever that win today.
All right, that's 2 weeks. Barry Wagner from the San Jose SaberCats training facility. Thanks a lot for joining us today on the Wendy's Halftime Report.
Thank you.
And you wonder who it's going to be. You know, for a while there, it really felt like this game was over, but it's not, and it's amazing how fast and how we often should refuse to say, this is over.
For 2 years, we've sat here and said it's over, and it never fails to surprise us how teams can turn it around in an instant in this league.
But I was trying to tell Glenn that, by the way. I told him, don't give up.
Don't you think, though, and maybe it's a good thing, that Mike Daly has basically given his team the game plan for the second half, and it starts with that very first possession, which makes that a very pressure-packed first possession.
A lot of pressure on the first one, but I think they can get it done because they had a little momentum going in. They gained some momentum in the last minute or so, so if they come out and keep it going, they got a chance to win this game.
It was one-sided for a long time. Now the difference is a touchdown. We'll see who it is in the second half, and then we'll be on the air with you after the game if time warrants. Thanks for joining us on the Wendy's Halftime Report.
This has been the Wendy's AFL on NBC Halftime Report.
From the producer of Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, and The Matrix comes the next big thing in reality television. The search is on for the next action star. 14 people in the ultimate competition. Living under one roof will face challenges, stunt training, and screen tests. For the ultimate prize, the chance to star in a major motion picture. Action. Next action star, the next big thing in reality television. NBC Tuesday, 8/7 Central.
I've got a secret, and it's steamy. I've been in hot water before, but not like this, and I can't wait to do it again.
New VO5 Nourishing Oasis. Shampoos and conditioners that are ignited by your shower steamy heat.
Every hair felt revived, like breathing flowers. What condition my condition was in.
New Nourishing Oasis from Alberto VO5.
My secret for killer hair. Boom, boom.
Discover a divine new world. Introducing Venus Divine, the only razor with new comfort-coated blades surrounded by intensive moisture strips enriched with botanical oils, giving you the closest shave for divinely smooth skin, even around sensitive curves. Because every inch of a goddess is nothing less than divine. New Venus Divine. Reveal the goddess in you.
I don't know. How fast does this one go? Are you kidding? Like a fish. A flounder. Are flounders fast? They're the cheetahs of the sea. I thought they just laid on the bottom. Well, it's like a tired cheetah.
Some things just don't compare. Like Comcast high-speed internet versus DSL. Comcast is up to 3 times faster. Call 1-800-COMCAST to get Comcast high-speed internet for just $24.95 a month for 3 months.
This summer, I can. I can wear anything I want.
Shopping's so much more fun now. I love it. I would wear clothes before just to cover up. Now I wear clothes because I like the way they look on me. I know when I go to a store, everything's going to fit me that's in a size 8.
I have energy to shop. I have lost 47 pounds in only 19 weeks, and I feel amazing. I haven't been this size since I was a sophomore in high school.
Call for your free consultation, 1-800-526-SLIM, 1-800-526-SLIM.
KSPW, honored as the Emmy Award winner for Best Local Newscast.
Halftime at America West Arena in Phoenix, the Arena Bowl playoff semifinal round. Arizona leading Colorado 17-10. Arizona at one time led 17-0. Colorado scored the last 10 points of the half. They'll have the ball to open the second half. And just a few moments ago in the Colorado locker room, here's what Coach Mike Daly told his players.
When I decided to come here, I was looking for one thing in people, and that was character. That character's already been tested. See the job through, man. See the job through. We've been through too much for too long, too hard to get this close and let it slip away. Now's the time. Character's been tested. Go out there and make plays. Put everything else behind you and start it anew. Crush you on 3. 1, 2, 3. Crush!
So an obviously emotional Mike Daly appealing to the character of his players. Have we already seen the momentum shift?
Absolutely. They've absolutely responded. You know, they get this opening possession and they have a chance to tie the score.
What about our GM Goodwrench expert advice?
You know, I thought you'd never ask.
I've
got some good advice here. Oftentimes not listened to, but I've got good advice. Colorado, play a little bit smarter. 6 penalties, and they dropped some balls as well, but those penalties really hurt them. And this is the thing. That Damian Harrell is a guy that ordinarily doesn't do that. Arizona regained the momentum. They had that, looked like insurmountable 17-0 lead. But as we found out in this league, Tom, no lead is insurmountable. You can always come back and then get Harrell the ball more. Even though he's dropped some passes, you got to keep feeding this guy because, he's going to make some plays for you. So even though he's dropped, don't get discouraged. Give him some more chances.
So this first possession now of the second half, it's huge for both teams, right?
Yeah, it really is. And, I don't think, Colorado's going to have any trouble marching down the field. What they have to do is punch into the end zone, really inside the 10. In that last series, we didn't play particularly well. So I think playing it well inside the 10 on this first drive is important.
It's interesting the way that the Colorado players have responded to their coach, even in that first half. He called them all together at the end of the first quarter, and really they played much better since that little motivational speech he gave them in the middle of the game.
Well, they believe in him. This is a guy, Mike Daly, who has won the championship in 1999. He's won in this league, been in this league a long time, and a lot of these guys have played with him for a long time.
Here's Garner with the second half kickoff, and McKenzie sees it sail over the net for a touchback. They'll take over at the 5-yard line. Let's go down to Marty Snyder.
And Tom, catching up with Danny White, who told his team at halftime, I'm actually glad that we're starting on defense. Coach, what did you say to the guys when Colorado makes such a great comeback at the end of the first half there?
Well, the defense is doing a great job. We just got to keep doing what we're doing. We can't lose faith, we played a great first half. We made one mistake offensively, and that was it.
Hunky Cooper challenged his team. He also chastised them for letting Colorado back in the game. But as I said, Danny White happy they're starting on defense. He said, that's the best side of the ball for us today.
There's Hunky Cooper, the quarterback of that defense. On first down, Dutton rifles it incomplete.
We were talking to John Dutton yesterday. As you look at John Elway, going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame August 8th.
He's getting even closer as this game wears on. They're going to have to
he's starting to
keep him from putting the pads on.
But John Dutton was talking to us about, playing Arizona. He said, I've only been in the league 5 years, but this is the 12th game I played against them, and so I know Hunky Cooper pretty well. He said, Hunky has hit me a couple of times. He said, you just cannot believe how hard he hits. He was kind of chuckling about it yesterday, but
not today.
Not today,
Dutton on second down. Plenty of protection. The pass incomplete, intended for Harrell, and it was Kelvin Hunter that makes a play on the ball again.
What kind of game has Kelvin Hunter played? It's been sensational if you're looking for an answer. I mean, it's play after play, and when Danny White said to us this week, when they were 3-5, they decided they went to Kelvin Hunter and to Ricky Parker on defense and said, you know what, you guys are our defensive specialists, and Kelvin Hunter, you're going to play the middle, and whether we go down and don't make the playoffs or not, it's up to you. And since that time at 3-5, he has absolutely responded. Interception last week against Los Angeles.
Former Arizona Wildcat. Third down pass, Dutton to Harrell. Out of bounds with a first down into Arizona territory. It covered 23 yards.
Who's been kind of quiet this half is Brian Henderson of the Rattlers, number 99, their outstanding defensive player, who has, an all-arena team. He had 8 sacks, but really hasn't been able to get much pressure on John Dutton. Says a lot about Kyle Moore-Brown and Aaron Johnson and Hugh Hunter, the way those guys are protecting up front. There he is, Henderson.
Henderson, who was tied for 4th with that total of 8 sacks you mentioned. 4th in the league. Dutton off his back foot, floats it up for grabs, and that'll be an obvious call as you see the collision with Ricky Parker and McKenzie, and an underthrown ball. So often you see that.
But a smart play by John Dutton. I mean, he feels like he's getting pressure. He feels like he's going to get the sack. I think it was Henderson that time.
Pass interference on the defense, number 20. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Throws the ball high and deep, realizing, hey, maybe my guy gets it. If not, we're going to get the pass interference. But this is Henderson down here on the outside against Aaron Johnson. And then he actually gets him rushed up the middle, too, by Scott. And there's the underthrown ball. That's clearly that's an easy call, right?
Yeah, we can make that
called that one, yeah. But, Aaron Johnson, number 92 for Colorado, the offensive tackle there, has really played well in protecting John Dutton this year. 4th year at a Ball State, big body, 315 pounds. Great pass protection.
First down, Colorado at the 13 of Arizona. Dutton rolling to his right, and stepping out of bounds is Marshall.
We talked about Willis Marshall, the kind of winning tradition he brings.
He's a winner, and he has the the stats to prove it, huh?
Yeah, he's won in high school, won a championship in high school, won 3 championships at Youngstown State, won a Grey Cup, and has won an Arena League title. And the interesting thing is, it was all in the first year.
First year there, he took all these different entities to championships.
And this is his first year with the Crush, and so Mike Daly is hopeful that trend repeats. Yeah.
He has 4 catches today. That one over the head of Harrell and incomplete. He was defended again by Kelvin Hunter.
That's a good battle. You know, sometimes you see one-on-one battles in basketball. We have one going right here in Arena League football between Kelvin Hunter, number 21, and then Damian Harrell. These two guys, Kelvin Hunter and Damian Harrell, locked up almost every single play together. He plays the middle. That's, you know, and he's going to guard Harrell all over the field. And that's tough to do in this league.
It's 3rd down. Dutton hit as he released, but got it complete. Still no signal. He stopped just short of the goal line. It was Marshall that held on to the football despite the hit from Hunter.
And wonderful read by John Dutton. You know, you don't see too many double coverages in this league because, you know, it's really 8-on-8, but the Rattlers double covered Damian Harrell that time. So he just dumps it off to Marshall, makes a nice catch, and nearly gets in the end zone. John Elway thought it was a touchdown. Part official, part owner.
1st and goal. Piola powers across the goal line for the Colorado touchdown.
Boy, the long road back. Down by 17 points on the road. And, you know, they run on the road last week in New Orleans. Another tough environment. Brian Partle, the offensive coordinator.
I'm impressed with their poise that they didn't give up and get desperate with 17 points on the board against them.
Well, you know, Mike Daly's like their Hunky Cooper. I mean, when Mike Daly says something, they believe him.
Now to tie, here's Anthony Brenner. Extra point attempt up and good. So once down by 17, Mike Daly and the Crush, John Elway's team, have knotted the count at 17. Give it to your fullback, all 260 pounds of him, John Peua, and the extra point makes it 17 all.
Arena Bowl 18, June 27th, 4 Eastern, NBC.
Baby Ruth, the real deal, has crunchy, whole roasted peanuts. The real deal has chewy nougat. The real deal has rich, creamy caramel. Because whether you're the man in the middle, the guy between the pipes, or a great tasting candy bar, being the real deal is about what's on the inside. Baby Ruth from Nestle, the real deal.
Mr. Goodwrench, who is this one and only GM expert?
Can I help you?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Goodwrench. Goodwrench.
He put a supercharger in your car.
Yep. What's it to you, bub?
Easy there, Leadfoot. New transmission, who's my guy?
Mr. Goodwrench.
Fresh fuel filter?
Mr. Goodwrench. Mr. Goodwrench.
Find Mr. Goodwrench at over 7,000 GM dealerships nationwide.
My friends call me Buffalo.
How come?
Don't know.
Eating right never tasted so great. With Subway's delicious selection of carb-controlled creations. Now, introducing another new Atkins-friendly wrap. The Turkey and Ham Wrap. A tasty combination of sliced turkey and ham, savory Monterey cheddar cheese, and fresh veggies, all topped with creamy ranch dressing. Subway's Atkins-friendly options. It's what to eat when you want to eat fresh. Subway, eat fresh.
The AFL on NBC is brought to you by GM Goodwrench, home of Mr. Goodwrench, the one and only GM expert. And by Subway. It's what to eat when you want to eat fresh. Subway, eat fresh. Well, John Elway, of course, is no stranger to pressure games. But, you know, being an owner might be tougher than being a player because you can't control the outcome. Here's the way John has sweated through some of the games this season. And the the great John Elway is with Marty Snyder.
An old player will always tell you it's harder to watch than it is to be out on the field, John. And what did you say to your guys at halftime? You went to the locker room, a special trip.
You know, I didn't say anything. I just let Mike do it. And you know what we went through the first half to still be in this ball game is amazing. So they're showing a lot of character, and we're back in the ball game now. So hopefully we can get some breaks and make some plays.
What do you think the momentum is like over there? Do they feel like they believe they can win this game now?
Yeah, they do. I think with what happened in the first half to them and coming out as slow as we did, they really believe that they can win. We do have the momentum, so hopefully we can take advantage of it.
You've moved from the suite to the field. You getting antsy to get out there?
I'm not claustrophobic, but I was today, so I had to get out of there.
All right, I think he wants to be on the field, Tom. He just can't get out there.
I'm sure there are plenty of people who like to see him on the field again. Mike Dady is probably one of them, although John Dutton has led them from 17 down to tie the game. And John's oldest daughter is going to speak at his Hall of Fame induction, right?
Yeah, Jessie gets inducted in August 8th in Canton, and she's just accepted a scholarship to attend Stanford, hit John's alma mater, to play basketball. Quite the athlete. And what a career he had. You know, 47 fourth-quarter comebacks. One more regular season games than anybody. Just phenomenal.
Burley makes a nice catch of Brenner's kick off the net and makes a nice move to get to the outside. Tripped up just as he crossed midfield. Nice return, though, by Sia Burley. And try to get Arizona back on track. Take a look now at our drive summary brought to you by State Farm.
I'll tell you, early on for Colorado, it did not look good. Remember those first 3 stops by Colorado? Got it together there at the end, and the Rattlers were pretty good. One turnover there that really allowed Colorado to get back in the ball game.
So here's their first play of the second half. Burley's in motion. Cedric Bonner. Wide open to Gatewood. He'll have a first down inside the 15 where he's tackled by Carter. Seems like it's been forever since we saw Arizona on offense.
Yeah. Well, so to speak with Danny White about Cedric Bonner. This is, you know, his 12th year in the league, but he said something interesting, I thought. He said Cedric's gotten better every single year. Every single year. This year in particular, what he's doing is getting rid of the ball, throwing the ball in the stands, not forcing it in.
First down for the Rattlers. Under pressure, Bonner still completes the pass to Bo Kelly as fullback. Tackled by Willis Marshall, but under pressure, Cedric Bonner got rid of it for a completion.
Yeah, it was Dustin Barno looking like Christopher Columbus as he kind of just ran right underneath there and made some...
Exploring the blocking.
Exploring the blocking there, yeah. Good pressure by Dustin Barno, nicknamed Buzz Lightyear on this team because he always kind of carries his arms akimbo. Is that what you call him?
Yeah, akimbo. I like
it. There he is.
He has a little doll. He has a little Buzz Lightheart doll, or he had one. He said he lost it, he told us. Bonner on a crossing route to Pace. And Tom Pace ridden out of bounds, short of the 5-yard line by Ahmad Hawkins.
There's always some good stories in this league. Tom Pace, one of those. Remember, Danny White was telling us last year about him. Oh, there's one of those crunches. It's amazing these guys can survive 16 games. But Tom Pace was a guy who played at Arizona State. But, you know, and he watched him when he played there. Said he was so tough to bring down. But he just kind of got lost in the pro football thing. And it was cleaning pools here in Scottsdale. And they invited for a tryout. He's made a big impact the last 2 years for the Rattlers.
Cedric Bonner. And the receiver, Burley, fell down. And no flag. Looks like they might have gotten their... inadvertently tangled their feet. I don't know.
Another good play by Rashad Floyd. Tries to jam that guy in motion at the line of scrimmage, which is really, really tough. Yeah, that's that inadvertent thing. We tripped over one. I don't think there's anybody that has a greater incentive to win this game than Rashad Floyd, because, you know, if they lose, you know what he has to do. He'll go back to the restaurant.
And cook.
Yeah.
Hot.
Cook and clean. And
his wife has a Italian restaurant in Portland. This is a fourth down play. On fourth down, Bonner drills complete to Gatewood. Touchdown!
You know, there's a group of core players on this Arizona team, and Randy Gatewood's one of them. Hunky Cooper, Cedric Bonner, Mark Tucker. And even though he hasn't played since May 1st, Gatewood, you know, just the communication, they just seem to know where the other guy's going to be. You could lay out, you know, most of the year and still come back and seem like you're in rhythm.
Nelson Garner's point after is good. And so Arizona regains the lead on the 4th reception of the game by Randy Gatewood.
Well, it's great to have Gatewood back for their Arena Bowl run. A guy who's played such a significant role in their success over the last decade.
Somewhere, there's a man accessing sensitive information by way of a fingerprint, while a woman keeps track of millions of dollars in inventory, safeguarding it from the warehouse to your house. And a dad checks on his business from his son's baseball game. What do all these people have in common? They rely on America's #1 security company, ADT. Always there.
Your whole life can change in an instant. Are you ready for this? Now you can be. See your State Farm agent and plan your financial future with the company you trust. We live where you live.
What's better than fantasy football? AFL Fantasy Football. More touchdowns, more yards, more excitement. Free salary cap football. Win cash prizes. AFLFantasy.com, powered by Sandbox Plus. Log on for registration and rules. Play AFL Fantasy Football.
Arizona back up by 7. That's Lee Johnson, the Crush special teams coach. Players and coaches have their own pregame rituals, but Lee Johnson has an unusual one. He shakes every player's hands pregame, but special shakes for each player. Look at this.
There's 20 guys on the team. Everybody's got a little different shake, and Coach Johnson knows them all. There's Birdman. Yeah, Birdman shake. And, you know, this is a guy that's, you know, he was actually the only coach retained by John Elway after relieved the staff last year. He's done a good job with their special teams and with the handshakes.
And would like to get a nice return here from Rashad Floyd, who's deep, to accept Garner's kick.
Colorado has only had 1 kickoff return touchdown on the year, which is surprising. I mean, they do everything else so well.
Off the iron, Floyd finally gets control, but nowhere to go. About the 5-yard line, where Colorado will operate behind John Dutton.
You know, Robert Red in again to start this drive as he did in the first half instead of Kevin McKenzie. Again, a little bit of a surprise. McKenzie is a dynamic player, but Robert Red's seen a lot of playing time today.
There's Red number 10. Dutton with a quick toss to him. Made a nice move, but couldn't get away to the 10-yard line. Kelvin Hunter had control and just hung on to get him down.
6th catch of the day for Robert Red. Rookie out of Bowling Green, and kind of, you know, those rookie years trying to make the adjustment. He has. Pretty good defensive player as well.
Second down. Dutton looks for Harrell. Harrell wide open, has it, touchdown.
And we just keep giving him some chances. You know, it's kind of funny. You see John Elway. John Elway obviously wore number 7 with the Broncos. You see Damian Harrell with wearing number 1. When he first came to Colorado, he asked for number 7. And what the equipment said, no way, right?
Equipment man wrote him a little note, said,
We don't think so. Nobody wears number 7 here.
Meanwhile, a skirmish at midfield, broken up after that 39-yard touchdown strike.
You know, sometimes you mistake guys who wear number 1. It's kind of me guys, and we were talking to Mike Daly about that. He said about Damian Harrell, he is not a me guy. All he cares about is winning. And even John Dutton said about Harrell, this is a guy that he really doesn't know his statistics. He has no idea how many catches he's making in a game. He's concerned about getting to the Arena Bowl right now. Be a dandy finish.
Yeah, I think so. As you predicted early on, I recall. Didn't look like it for a while.
I predict almost anything, so everything, so something's bound to come true, right?
Brenner's extra point ties it up again. And remember, we saw that scuffle at midfield. Here's what happened after the touchdown. Harrell got a little push in the back, and then talks to Vince Amy about it.
See, you never want to do that without your helmet.
Yeah, you never want to take your helmet off. Yeah. Look at Mike Daly right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
No harm done. And once again, tie game.
Está bien, mijo, conversa a tu mamá. Mama, please. It's not like that. It's right for me.
And you know this how?
Because of you.
Me?
Knowing right from wrong and believing in myself. Wanting to go to college. That came from you.
Hello? Oh, hi. Mr. Wendy here, going door to door to remind people about Wendy's late night pickup window. Don't you have anything better to do? Actually, no. Look, how many times have you been forced to eat lousy food late at night? Happens all the time. Why? If you go to Wendy's, they'll make you a really good classic double with cheese, fresh, instead of something that's been sitting around for who knows how long. You're with Wendy's? Well, unofficially. So is anyone else home?
Yeah. Say hi to Bruno.
Hello? Bruno?
Wendy's pickup window is open till midnight or later.
In the future, everyone's glasses will automatically adjust to changing light and block out harmful UV rays that can damage the eyes. But for those with transitions lenses, the future is already here. Ask your eye care professional, because the danger is real now, and so is the protection. Transitions, right in any light.
The world's best are closing in on Tiger Woods as the U.S. Open returns to famed Shinnecock. Ernie and VJ are pushing Tiger for the top ranking in the world. Phil Mickelson won his first major. Can he make it 2 in a row? Tiger faces his toughest challenge at golf's greatest championship, the U.S. Open. Coverage begins Thursday, 3 Eastern, NBC.
Colorado, Arizona tied at 24. Damian Harrell, the touchdown reception, and afterwards maybe he celebrated a little too much for the likes of Vince Amy, number 98. Here's what happened. Whoops.
Yeah.
And then, of course, that confrontation. And then while we were away, Mike Daly again gathered his team around him, and he said, you know, we've lost games for antics like that. Be smart about it. Keep your head. Don't be baited into some sort of penalty that could cost us the game.
Well, at the very beginning of the game in the locker room, he said play smarter and play tougher. Those are the 2 things he asked for his team, from his team.
So it looked like Arizona would run Colorado back to Denver. They led 17-0.
There's very few blowouts in this league, just because of the way to come back and gobble up points rather quickly.
Renner's kick. Sia Burley off the net. Burley dropped to the 10-yard line. And so Cedric Bonner will go back under center. Bonner, after that sparkling game against Los Angeles a week ago. We'll listen to the play call.
Let's go right. Wing back 10. On two, ready?
And 10 is just, everybody's going to run a short hook.
On two.
Pace is going to be in motion, but then everybody's going to run a little short hook at about 8 yards. Free play.
Free play on the offside. Pace catches it.
Gonna block.
Looking for a block. Down the sideline. Caught from behind. A nice play made by Shaw. Brian Shaw caught him from behind. It could have been a touchdown. It's a gain of 20, and they'll decline the penalty and take the play.
You know, nice play by the Rattlers, but I was amazed at Brian Shaw, the guy who said who made the tackle. What a hustle play. You know, here's a guy who's 6'3", almost 290 pounds. What an athlete Brian Shaw was running
Offside
that play
on the
down.
defense, number 97. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
Plus, he was offsides. Maybe he was trying to make amends. he was the guy offsides, and then here's Pace in the catch. Crosses the field, turns into a running back, which he was at ASU. And then watch number 97, Shaw, who were really trying to cause the fumble as well. So a hustle play by Brian Shaw.
But it's an Arizona first down inside the Colorado 20-yard line. 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bonner's pass to Pace for the touchdown. Yard score, and there wasn't anyone within 10 yards of it.
Absolute mix-up in the coverage. Absolutely. They doubled one of the other receivers. Tom Pace runs a post pattern wide open. 7th catch of the day, almost 100 yards, 95 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So Tom Pace really kind of came into this play as kind of a role player as a receiver. He's been a much more significant role as a receiver today.
Extra point is good. He's going to buy his own pool. He doesn't need to be cleaning somebody else's anymore.
You're right about that. So Tom Pace, offense, defense, special teams. Nice little flick there by Cedric Bonner. Another touchdown for the Rattlers.
They seesaw back in front.
Uh-oh, not good. Okay, boys, time to go to work. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go.
Want to keep your car looking pit crew perfect? Introducing DuPont Teflon Car Care products. When you use DuPont Teflon Wax, Protectant, and Tire Shine, dirt, mud, and grime have a hard time sticking. So your car practically keeps itself shiny. DuPont Teflon Car Care products. A miracle of science from DuPont.
To cure athlete's foot, you've got to be fast on your feet. And nothing lets you treat faster than Lamisil AT. Lamisil AT cures athlete's foot with just 1 week's use. Not even a prescription can beat that. If you use Tinactin or Lotrimin AF, you'll be treating for 4 long weeks. Who's gonna do that? When your feet itch and burn, using Lamisil AT 1 week is proven to kill the fungus and keep you athlete's foot free for 3 months. Lamisil AT. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot.
At Progressive, we think car insurance claims should be easy. That's why we assign you a dedicated claims representative to help you from start to finish, so you always know what's going on with your claim. We even guarantee repairs for as long as you own your car. For over 65 years, we've been changing the way people think about car insurance with great rates and personal helpful claim service. Visit Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. Think easier. Think Progressive.
You can handle a long, hard day, but can your deodorant? Yeah, it's Arm & Hammer Ultra Max with our Clean Feel formula for 24-hour protection. All day, all night. Guaranteed. Ultra Max deodorant, 24 hours of clean.
Under 2 minutes left in the third quarter with Arizona up on top. Some a little bit miscommunication on that last play on the Colorado defense. Let's watch what happened and listen to the play call first.
Go right, right, Y loop, 50 read. All right, let's go on one-on-one. Ready?
Okay, Y loop. That's Bryant. He's the man in motion. But here's the man that's put in the bind. Rashad Floyd is really kind of forced to cover 2 guys. And Tom Pace came absolutely wide open. So good, well-designed play by Danny White. Well executed by that man, Cedric Bonner.
And so it's Arizona back in front by 7. Kevin McKenzie deep for Colorado. Garner's kick upcoming.
Onside.
Onside kick recovered by Colorado.
Well, what a casual little recovery there. It was at number 77, Jason Anderson. Was that Anderson who made the recovery? Couldn't see the number.
Look.
Yeah, I think it was Anderson, number 77. You know, the thing about playing against Danny White's teams, it's like playing against a left-handed tennis player. He takes some chances. In a game a couple years ago, he called 7 onside kicks. And this one came in at a rather unusual time, up by 7 points with 1:20 remaining in the third quarter. But he does some awkward things that you have to be prepared for.
So good field position for Dutton, who throws that one away. It's been feast or famine for the Colorado offense today. Their first 3 possessions, they were blanked. No points. And then their last 4, they've scored 24 to get right back in the game.
Yeah, and Mike Daly held them together. I mean, we saw him huddling his team a couple of times. He talked to his team before the game. That didn't work. But, all the other times, just when things were starting to fall apart, the experienced coach brought those guys together, held them together, and they rallied. He's an interesting guy and a very good football coach in this league.
Dutton for Harrell, goes up. Did he catch it? Yes, touchdown.
Good job by the officials. 2 of them right there in the corner of the end zone to make sure he had possession and gets down. We were talking to Mike Daly yesterday about those kind of throws, those little lobs in the corner of the end zone where he likes to see the ball coming down, the nose coming down, all the attention to detail that Mike Daly was talking to us about yesterday, and he coaches to his team.
6 catches, 109 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Damian Harrell today. Got off to a rocky start, but as you said, Pat, keep going to him because he's a playmaker, and it's paid off for Colorado. This will be the final play of the third quarter, the extra point attempt. Harrell might have had 4 touchdown catches. He thought he got a bad call on the first one. Extra point. He hits the upright, but goes through and is good.
Well, this is not a team that discourages early. Colorado trying to win the second week in the row on the road in the playoffs. And to do that, you keep giving that guy chances to make plays like he just did.
Beautiful catch by Damian Harrell, and the extra point ties it once more. 1 quarter to go to the Arena Bowl, and it's 31-31. We'll be back with more AFL on NBC after these messages and a word from your local station.
Monday, NBC's new summer season continues with Fear Factor. And we've got 2 words for you. Toe wins. Then an all-new For Love or Money. Some want the cash.
I'm playing to win.
And some are falling in love. But in the end, someone's going home. Plus, a sneak preview of next action star, The Auditions. Some who have it and some who don't.
Bye.
NBC's new summer season continues this Monday.
Trust me, this baby is you. Check out those tassels. The other bikes don't come with those.
Is it fast?
Do you see the flames? And anybody gets in your way, out of my way, bro.
Some things just don't compare. Like Comcast high-speed internet versus DSL. Comcast is up to 3 times faster. Call 1-800-COMCAST to get Comcast high-speed internet for just $24.95 a month for 3 months.
This summer, I can be happy again. I lost 65 pounds in 32 weeks.
I'm never going to look this way again because I wasn't happy. I was miserable, and there was a person inside that I wanted to become, and now I'm that person.
I was more willing to do things. Go to the beach and not worry about what I look like on the beach. Now if somebody stares at you, you're like, hi.
Call for your free consultation, 1-800-526-SLIM, 1-800-526-SLIM.
Street trucks, extended cab, and crew cab. Introducing the 15 new Chevy Colorados. The most mid-sized trucks ever unleashed. Chevy Colorados. An American revolution.
Weather coverage you can count on. Lee Sullivan and Action News 8 Weekend.
This copyrighted telecast of the Arena Football League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written permission of the AFL and NBC.
Here we are, guys. Here we are. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. We're in, okay? We fought your butt off to this point. Let's finish this thing with a lot of character. Make plays, make things happen. Be smart now. No penalties, okay? Play physical. Play physical. Here we go. Let's go, Crush. 1, 2, 3. Crush!
The fourth quarter about to unfold for John Elway's Colorado Crush. And for the Arizona Rattlers, two of the best coaches in the game, Mike Daly and Danny White, hooked up today. They pushed all the right buttons so far. We're tied at 31. The winner goes to Arena Bowl 18 to face San Jose. If it's Arizona, they will host it 2 weeks from today. From America West Arena, Tom Hammond, Pat Hayden, Marty Snyder with our producer David Gibson, our director John Gonzalez. 15 minutes to decide a berth in the Arena Bowl. Off the net, Burley. He's got a lane. Going to reverse his field. Burley surrounded and taken down with a nice open field tackle by Tony Planton.
That was kind of a fun run, wasn't it?
Didn't net too much, but it had a lot of action.
Entertaining. Sia Burley, as I said, returned a kickoff last year. They've returned 5 kickoffs for touchdowns this season. The Rattlers, they've been pretty good in that category. Two guys in the league that have returned 5 for touchdowns. Cedric Robertson of Columbus and Steve Smith of Grand Rapids each had returned 5 kickoffs for touchdowns in a single season. That's pretty remarkable.
Yeah. 3 touchdown passes by Cedric Bonner today. Plenty of time. Flag is down as he overthrows Hunky Cooper. No surprise that Hunky Cooper is in there
in the fourth
quarter.
Holding on the defense, number 22. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
You know, if Hunky Cooper holds to form, he will make a play, a significant play in this fourth quarter. He's done it his entire 12-year career. I'm not sure whether he was holding the defender or the defender was holding him. How can he complain
about to dance? I'm not sure which.
How can Hunky complain about that?
First down, Arizona. Bonner chased, got rid of it, threw it into the stands to prevent a sack over the head of Hunky Cooper.
Hunky Cooper's only one of 2 players in this league with over 20,000 all-purpose yards. And just mind-numbing numbers, almost 800 career catches. Can you imagine returning 22 kicks for touchdowns? He really hasn't done that over the last 3 years. And early in his career, he was just, he's 190 pounds of gristle. There's no body fat on that guy, but anyway, 189 pounds of heart.
Yep, that's for sure. Here he is doing a little traffic direction.
Can't help himself, can he? Can't help himself.
Bonner double pumped and finally got it to Burley for the touchdown.
I'll tell you, there's some really good quarterbacks in this league, but Cedric Bonner sees the field as well as anybody. Never really worried about the rush, never worried about the guys on his, down here, number 5, Sia Burley. Hunky Cooper runs it short. See, Hunky affects it. Ahmad Hawkins jumped Hunky Cooper, and that allows Burley just to sneak behind him for the easy score. So, again, Hunky, subtle little thing affecting the play. But Cedric Bonner seeing the field beautifully again for another touchdown pass. For Bonner, his 4th of the day.
It covered 23 yards. There's an equipment timeout on the field.
That gives Bonner, 97 touchdown passes in his playoff career.
Now ready for the extra point attempt. Bonner's the holder.
I've been ready for a while, but
I didn't see which. Thought it was your equipment, maybe.
You wish it were full.
Right dead center on the extra point attempt by Nelson Garner.
Yeah, Cedric Bonner said to us yesterday, hey, Sia Burley can have an explosive game tomorrow. That's what he said was yesterday. Well, he gets to the end zone again. It puts the Rattlers back up on top.
Arena Bowl 18, June 27th, 4 Eastern, NBC.
Hey, Dad. Can I borrow your car?
Suddenly, you have one more driver than you have cars. Now your State Farm agent can help with information on auto loans and leases, as well as competitive rates on auto insurance. All from the company you trust. We live where you live.
Why don't you take your mother's car?
Uh-oh, not good. Okay, boys, time to go to work. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go.
Want to keep your car looking pit crew perfect? Introducing DuPont Teflon Car Care products. When you use DuPont Teflon wax, protectant, and tire shine, dirt, mud, and grime have a hard time sticking. So your car practically keeps itself shiny. DuPont Teflon Car Care products. A miracle of science from DuPont.
To cure athlete's foot, you've got to be fast on your feet. And nothing lets you treat faster than Lamisil AT. Lamisil AT cures athlete's foot with just 1 week's use. Not even a prescription can beat that. If you use Tinactin or Lotrimin AF, you'll be treating for 4 long weeks. Who's going to do that? When your feet itch and burn, using Lamisil AT 1 week is proven to kill the fungus and keep you athlete's foot free for 3 months. Lamisil AT. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot.
The AFL on NBC is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by Lamisil AT. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot. No stops in this second half. 3 touchdowns, 3 possessions. That little cutie hopes to be back here in 2 weeks. If the Rattlers win, they would host the San Jose SaberCats in the Arena Bowl. If Colorado wins, of course, they would go to San Jose. Garner's kick
is a good one.
Off the top of the net to Marshall. And Marshall, with a head of steam, gets by Garner. He has Hunky Cooper to beat. And Hunky smashes him on the board. That's a late hit penalty that's going to go against Arizona.
Oh, Hunky saved the touchdown. And then a couple of other Rattlers came in and just smacked Marshall, and I think they threw the flag.
They did.
Personal foul, late hit, number 56 on the kicking team. Will be a 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's on Mark Tucker, but have a look at the hustle of Hunky. He will not stay down, I promise you. As a matter of fact, makes the tackle, saves a touchdown.
Yep. And then Mark Tucker with that late hit. As a result of the penalty, the ball is at the Arizona 11. First down, Colorado.
He's still a force on defense. Right there.
Dutton sidearm. Flag is down. Complete to McKenzie.
You know, Hunky Cooper, so much about winning. I was reading a quote in this morning's local paper about him. He's saying, you know, nobody remembers the second place team. He says, it's not like high school track where you get a participation, you know, ribbon. He says,
illegal defense, number 38, Jack linebacker rushing. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It's been a long dry spell for these guys.
AJ Novak, excuse me, guilty of the penalty. Go ahead, Pat.
You know, long dry spell since they've won a Arena League championship. Last one was 1997. Although they've tasted success, they haven't gotten over the final hurdle. And they've got 2 of them left. Colorado.
That's the second penalty on this drive against Arizona. So the ball just shy of the 5-yard line where it's first and goal for Colorado. Dutton continues to spread the ball around today. Another tough hit.
Cooper and Gatewood. If there's a guy who can will his team to win, that's the guy.
McKenzie sandwiched by those two. Ouch.
Yeah, they're two longtime premier players, 14 and 17. Gatewood 17, Hunky's 14. Rallying to the ball. I mean, that's that Jack linebacker's job. You know, that's what Hunky plays. After the ball's caught, go make a tackle or cause a fumble. Strip the ball carrier of the ball.
2nd and goal, 4-yard line. John Dutton, sidearm, caught for the touchdown. It goes to Marshall, Willis Marshall. And Dutton connects again for the score. And we still don't have a stop in the second half.
A good little flip by John Dutton. Rolling, kind of throwing it 3/4 way out. And he couldn't really even see Marshall. Just kind of felt his presence where he was going to be. You think about the 3 wide receivers they have. Marshall and Harrell and McKenzie. 2 of them have over 1,000 yards in receptions, and Marshall almost 1,000 yards. So it's a pretty good threesome.
Point after the tie from Brenner. Puts it up and through. Willis Marshall with his first touchdown catch of the game. And we're still on serve. 9:51 left. 38 for the Arena Bowl.
Mr. Goodwrench, you're fast, but I'm going to get you. Just how fast are you guys in the pits?
We changed 2 tires in 8 seconds.
A little healthy competition for the elusive Mr. Goodwrench. Well, if Mr. Goodwrench does your brakes, rotates your tires, and checks your engine, what are you, the team mascot?
I drive the car.
Seriously, what do you do?
Find Mr. Goodwrench at over 7,000 GM dealerships nationwide.
License and registration, pal. What? Just kidding. That's nice. What is that, metal?
So, Dad, there's something I need to tell you. How much is this gonna cost me? Nah, it's not like that. Is it the motorcycle thing again? It's not the motorcycle. It's about what you said the other day. About doing something for myself. Maybe something important. Okay, go ahead.
Baby Ruth, the real deal, has crunchy, whole roasted peanuts. The real deal has chewy nougat. The real deal has rich, creamy caramel. Because whether you're the man in the middle, the guy between the pipes, or a great tasting candy bar, being the real deal is about what's on the inside. Baby Ruth from Nestle, the real deal.
They come from all corners of the globe, sharing one common vision, seeking one universal goal. For a summer fortnight, witness the brilliance of the world's great champions in tennis's ultimate test of excellence, Wimbledon. Coverage begins June 26th on NBC.
Right here, right here, right here.
9:51 left. The winner goes to the Arena Bowl to play San Jose. Colorado and Arizona are 38 apiece after this last score by the Crush.
Hey, this is a real good feel by John Dutton. Just kind of drifted out of the pocket. I don't think he really fully saw Willis Marshall, but it was a good throw.
And Marty's with quarterback John Dutton.
Said he finally feels the rhythm he's been searching for all day long. You've got it turned around now. What's it going to take to finish it off, John?
Just remain patient and, you know, not get too caught up in the game. Just keep playing our game, and, you know, we're going to need a stop here pretty soon. So, you know, we're playing good. Just keep going.
It's going to be one of those games where the last one with the ball wins?
Yeah, it's going to come down to the last play, so hopefully we got the ball.
Very nice of Robert Red to wipe that little thing off of his face before the interview started. I thought that was key to the whole thing.
That's a good teammate.
Dutton's hit 8 of his last 10 passes, 3 touchdowns in that 8 completions.
Yeah, it's been a turnaround for the Colorado Crush this season. Only won 2 games a year ago, but what a turnaround for John Dutton, too.
Well, give him protection.
Yeah, and you know, you're right, and he has absolutely responded when they've done that.
Reiner's kick. Burley. Off the net. Up the middle, Burley. Caught from behind by McKenzie at the 16-yard line.
Well, Cedric Bonner always has that even keel about him. Whether he's up by 17 points, he's generally not down by 17 points. But I think his calmness is such an asset in a big game like this. You know, he just never gets overheated. But he just keeps making the plays.
First down, Arizona. Pass caught. It's Bryant. Tackled by Rashad Floyd, his former Portland State roommate.
Read they were roommates there. He said, you know, he didn't cook much in those days.
Floyd now cooks at his wife's Italian restaurant in Portland, but he and Floyd and Bryant remain fast friends.
Yeah. Ashwante Bryant, he is physical, he is fast, and he is smart. You know, really big game last week, and they need a really big fourth quarter out of him right now.
Had the 13 catches and 3 touchdowns against LA last weekend. Pace couldn't get there, but flag is down after the collision with Hawkins.
Yeah, Ahmad Hawkins, I think that's what, the 3rd pass interference penalty on him. Birdman has had a little bit of trouble there with Tom Pace running the corner route.
Illegal contact on the defense, number 23. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Hawkins went to the University of Virginia. The first 3 years there was a wide receiver, then was a DB his senior year. So he's kind of used to this two-way game.
He went with the intention of becoming a lawyer and was injured in football and not tending to business and grades, and a religious studies professor sort of turned his life around, and he became a religious studies major. He has a call to his mom after the stretching before every game, and they share a prayer over the telephone. Pace can't get there, defended by Floyd.
I know his mom's praying that he just did get beat for 4 touchdowns. That's what moms always worry about. Son's getting embarrassed. He was a delightful guy, though, Ahmad.
And Ahmad,
yesterday.
Ahmad understands that in this game you're going to get beat for some touchdowns, and you just have to have a short memory.
Yeah, kind of grin and bear it, and, you know, make the rally on the next play, and he's done that. Big interception last week against the Voodoo of New Orleans, brought it in for a touchdown. Also had 9 tackles.
Ahmad was the 100-meter and 200-meter state high school champion in Virginia, Hampton High School. Burley catches at the 15. That's short of the first down. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. A sure tackle there by Rashad Floyd.
Listen to the play call.
Let Wiley 50 read. Going on 2 here, guys. Don't jump. Right, Wiley 50 read on 2 on 2. Ready? Right.
He's trying to draw him off sides. It has Ashwante Bryant. He's going to run the loop motion. He'll be there, and then it's a read route. The quarterback and the receiver have to see the exact same thing.
Didn't get the offside. Going for the end zone for Pace. Floyd knocks it away. Was it Floyd? No, it was not. It was Hawkins.
Yeah, good play.
Hawkins makes the play.
Absolutely. Got those bird-like hands up there and knocked that ball away. I mean, just like we were talking about, you're going to get beaten sometimes as a defensive specialist in this league because it's designed for scoring, the league is. But when your chance comes, you have to make that stop, right? And he's forced a 4th down.
Right in front of John Elway. That's nice.
Good for, you know,
the owner. Might be a raise.
Signs the checks. Big play for Colorado right here on 4th and 5.
4th down, just inside the 15-yard line. Arizona and Colorado tied. A 4th down play for the Rattlers. The pass complete, forward progress. It'll be key to whether it's a first down or not. They're going to mark it short. Yeah, Bryant did not get the first down.
And, you know, how about Rashad Floyd again? Hawkins on the play before, and then a terrific tackle. The league's best tackler, set a record for tackles this year. Rashad Floyd gives his team the first stop of the second half.
First stop of the second half, and it comes with 5:55 on the clock. And the score tied at 38. Bryant with a catch. His old roommate, Rashad Floyd, prevents the first down. Elway appreciates it as the Crush take over.
It's nice to see the owner get so involved. He's loving it. He should.
In the future, everyone's glasses will automatically adjust to changing light and block out harmful UV rays that can damage the eyes. But for those with transitions lenses, The future is already here. Ask your eye care professional, because the danger is real now, and so is the protection. Transitions, right in any light.
You can handle a long, hard day, but can your deodorant? Yeah, it's Arm & Hammer Ultra Max with our Clean Feel formula for 24-hour protection. All day, all night. Guaranteed. Ultra Max deodorant, 24 hours of clean.
At the Bud Light Institute, we're proud that our beer is made with all natural ingredients and is low in carbs. So few, in fact, it's easy to burn the carbs in one Bud Light. That's why we've created the Mini Treadmill 2010. Use your treadmill at home, on the town, even in the gym. And it stores conveniently away till you need to use it again. Order yours today. Fresh, smooth, real. Bud Light, it's all here.
This is the Remington Titanium Smart System, the only shaver that combines the sharpness of titanium-coated blades with the technology to automatically clean itself. It could just make all other shavers obsolete.
This is Michael Phelps. His goal is to take his 6 World Championship medals into the Summer Olympics and bring home gold. Should he swim his best, world records will shatter. Good luck, Michael. The 2004 Summer Olympic Games, only on the networks of NBC.
Tie ball game, and time to take a look at our U.S. Army Iron Man of the game. We could have picked it yesterday.
You just kind of knew that Hunky was going to be a participant in this, right?
Wearing a microphone today.
Go! Go, Rick, get ready! Oh, he's moving! He's moving! Yeah!
He's unbelievable. Incredible. Oh, man.
He's our Iron Man of the game, our U.S. Army Iron Man of the game, Hunky Cooper of the Rattlers.
Yeah, he is really one of the great Iron Man in the history of this game. He's been back 2-time Iron Man of the year. Barry Hopkins, Barry Wagner, one of the great Iron Men in this league as well. Have played great yesterday in San Jose's win.
After the stop, Colorado takes over. They get it to Harrell. He's close to the first down marker. And as we said, Dutton has really spread the ball around today.
Well, he's got 3 good ones, you know. That's the best one right there, number 1, Damian Harrell. And he's got the most of them. But Red's got 6, McKenzie's got 6, Willis Marshall with a touchdown. And what I give them some credit for, Brian Partlow, the offensive coordinators, they kept giving Harrell some chances, even though he dropped a few early in the game.
That pass deflected, incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd down. Colorado has scored every time they've had the ball this half. First 4 possessions resulted in touchdowns. Each one of those tied the score. If they can score on this one, they'll take the lead.
Aaron Johnson, number 92 for the Crush, has done a great job of blocking Brian Henderson. Really has. Brian Henderson, one of the best in the league, but Aaron Johnson has really done a good job.
3rd down, Colorado started 0 for 3 on 3rd down conversions, but they've converted now 5 in a row as Peua pounds ahead for the 1st down.
Boy, there are times when you like to speed the game up, and they started out with a no huddle, and there are times you'd love to slow it down. And this is the time of the game where Mike Daly and Brian Partlow, the offensive coordinator, would love to consume as much of this clock as they could before they put the ball in the end zone.
4 minutes, 10 seconds and counting.
Henderson was offsides.
Dutton throws it away.
Yeah, see, we're talking to Danny White about Brian Henderson, the kind of year that he had. He said, he's had a great year, but he's been our leading causer of penalties. He was offsides about 10 times in the first 3 games, trying to jump the snap count. He said what's really done the last 3 weeks, he's really stayed onside, but still put pressure on the quarterback.
Henderson in his 2nd year from Northwest Oklahoma, on the all-rookie team last year and 1st team all-AFL this year. That's a pretty good start to your Arena League career.
He's done everything. 4 fumble recoveries. He's blocked a kick, 6.5 tackles for losses. Recovered a couple fumbles.
Holding on the offense, number 92. Offside on the defense, 99. Those penalties offset. We'll replay first down.
Anderson has this one little superstition. Remember, he was telling us yesterday, he buys a pair of basketball shorts at the beginning of every season. And he wears those as his good luck basketball shorts, I guess, underneath his uniform all season long.
Now, he does wash them between games.
He did.
We were relieved to hear that.
Happy to hear that, yes.
He's done that. He's had that superstition ever since he was a high school player. So replay first down, John Dutton. Pass is complete to Red, and Red shaking tacklers, finally knocked out of bounds around the 10-yard line.
I was watching Frank Tenadu, number 32 for the Rattlers, playing that Mac linebacker blitz. He's just powerful, powerful guy. And Danny White said to me the other day that this guy is such a force, nobody can block Frank Tenadu. But like a lot of those Mac linebackers, look at his helmet, a lot of those Mac linebackers, he get hurt a lot because of all the collisions.
Tenadu scored a touchdown earlier and from the fullback spot. Ball at the 11, and the Snake has yet to strike. We're a tie game, and Colorado's driving for the go-ahead score. And it's broken up at the last minute. The play made by Kelvin Hunter once again.
Oh, what a great play by Kelvin Hunter. I mean, there's 3 minutes potentially left in your season if you don't make the play, right? And Kelvin Hunter, as he's done 4 or 5 times, guarding one of the premier players in the league. A perfectly timed leap as he bats the ball away in the end zone from Damian Harrell. That's a really strong play and a strong game for Hunter, who really turned the team around defensively, Coach White told us earlier.
That's the kind of game he's had. You saw it coming down to the 2-minute mark. That pass, Harrell looked like it was going to be way overthrown, and he made it a one-handed stab at it, but couldn't quite get it with both Bryant and Hunter there with him.
And Hunter again making it a tough throw, and Damian Harrell's had a couple of plays down there in that corner. But good defense. You see, makes it a perfect throw. Kelvin Hunter just took an angle underneath Damian Harrell to force the perfect throw and force a 3rd and 10.
3rd down, less than 2 minutes to play. Dutton, plenty of protection. His pass incomplete, intended for Red. Orshawante Bryant defending him. It'll be 4th down.
Orshawante Bryant had an unbelievable offensive game last week, right? When he gets 13 passes. But then when his team really needs it, makes an outstanding defensive play to force the 4th down and the field goal attempt. Now remember, the Rattlers have blocked 8 kicks this year. They're thinking about their 9th.
The 2 kickers, Garner of Arizona and Brenner of Colorado, have been perfect today.
And Coach Daly's going to bring them up again.
We have the 1-minute warning. 1 minute left. The winner moves on to the Arena Bowl. Colorado and Arizona tied at 38.
Eating right never tasted so great. With Subway's delicious selection of carb-controlled creations. Now, introducing another new Atkins-friendly wrap. The Turkey and Ham Wrap. A tasty combination of sliced turkey and ham, savory Monterey cheddar cheese, and fresh veggies. All topped with creamy ranch dressing. Subway's Atkins-friendly options. It's what to eat when you want to eat fresh. Subway, eat fresh.
Somewhere, there's a man accessing sensitive information by way of a fingerprint, while a security team closely monitors a ship's cargo, helping to keep our ports safer. And a dad checks on his business from his son's baseball game. What do all these people have in common? They rely on America's #1 security company, ADT. Always there.
Assurance in rain means Goodyear's deeply carved aqua chutes propel water away from your tread. Assurance on ice means Goodyear's interlocking treads deliver gripping power. Assurance on dry pavement means Goodyear's reinforced shoulders give you confident maneuvering. The revolutionary new Goodyear Assurance with triple tread technology for assurance in any weather on the wings of Goodyear.
The next big thing in reality television is the search for the next action star. Thousands auditioned, now 14 in one house.
Shut up.
Competing for the chance to star in a major motion picture.
Someone's gonna punch you in the mouth.
Next action star, NBC Tuesday, 8/7 Central.
1 minute. We're gonna go onside. We get the ball. The game. We can dominate the game. If they get it, we'll get the last possession. Hit this field goal. Protect up front. Let's go. Let's go, right?
Colorado coach Mike Daly, and right now Marty is with Danny White, the Arizona coach.
1 minute's a long time, Tom, in the AFL. Danny White, how do you finish off this game?
Great game, isn't it?
Yeah, how do you finish it off and win it?
We got to block the kick. Okay, first of all, take it one play at a time. Hope to block it. If we don't block it, we get the ball back. We'll make them use their timeouts and hopefully have the ball at the end.
And go down the field slowly?
We got to score, the main thing. But, yeah, that'd be nice.
He wants to block the kick. They have blocked 8 this year, Tom. I think they can hopefully get another one if you're a Rattlers fan.
All right, Marty. Colorado trailed 17-0 at one time. And now with a minute left in the game, Anthony Brenner to attempt a 26-yard field goal, which would give them their first lead. Got it away, and it is good.
What a game. Just amazing.
Colorado in front for the first time today. 56 seconds on the clock. The Crush 41 and the Rattlers 38.
Assurance in rain means Goodyear's deeply carved aqua chutes propel water away from your tread. Assurance on ice means Goodyear's interlocking treads deliver gripping power. Assurance on dry pavement means Goodyear's reinforced shoulders give you confident maneuvering. The revolutionary new Goodyear Assurance with triple tread technology for assurance in any weather on the wings of Goodyear.
Hey, just curious, is there a law saying that if you eat late, it has to be bad?
No.
Well, then why do people eat that when they can have a classic hamburger made fresh from Wendy's?
You work for Wendy's?
Well, unofficially.
Off the cuff.
Okay, then.
Wendy's pickup window is open till midnight or later.
This is the Remington Titanium Smart System, the only shaver that combines the sharpness of titanium-coated blades with the technology to automatically clean itself. It could just make all other shavers obsolete.
56 seconds on the clock, 41-38. Colorado leads for the first time today.
And again, it is the last minutes and where all the strategy is involved. You'd onside kick it and try to recover it, run the clock out. Even if Arizona recovers it, they score quickly, get the last possession. So the team with the last possession is going to have the chance to win, but they're going to have the opportunity to win, but going to have to punch the ball to the end zone. But not a bad opportunity to try the onside.
Brenner just hit the go-ahead field goal. Neither kicker has missed today in field goal attempts and point-after attempts. Colorado with the lead. They did execute beautifully an onside kick earlier.
And most kickers in this league have anywhere up to 5 varieties of onside kicks. The opening week, he dribbled one to himself.
See if Brenner kicks it away. Nope, onside kick. Free ball. Colorado had a chance at it, but it's finally picked up by Parker of Arizona.
Unbelievable. Willis Marshall, number 22, had a chance to catch that recovery. You see, wiping his brow as the owner, as these games will tend to do. And that's what happened in the opening game on the onside kick. Willis Marshall recovered, and they had an improbable win. Nice bounce. Perfect kick for the second time by Anthony Brenner.
Marshall really had 2 stabs at it.
Yeah. Well, Cedric Bonner gets his chance.
51 seconds. Tom Pace is in motion. Cedric Bonner hits him. Shaking tacklers to midfield. First down, Arizona.
What Danny White said about Tom Pace when he saw him in college, he just breaks so many tackles. He's so hard to bring down. And Cedric Bonner, 97 career touchdown passes in the playoffs. Boy, he'd like 98, wouldn't he? Right about now. To give him a chance to get back to the Arena Bowl for the 3rd straight year.
Pace took that one 13 yards. The ball resting right on the midfield stripe. And Colorado stops the clock with their first time out of the half. 39 seconds left.
You know, Mike Daly has a defense, too, where he calls it give-up defense. You know, you let a team score and get the last possession. Now, maybe a dangerous time to use that, but I know he has that in his arsenal.
And while we have the timeout, let's take a look at today's ADT defensive play of the game.
Boy, there's been a couple of good ones here in the last few minutes. But just a moment ago, the tip there by Kelvin Hunter. And then another one here by Hunter, that is the same one. He just kind of reacts to the ball so well and so strong. Interception in the game last week against Los Angeles, and makes the ADT defensive play of the game today.
That made Colorado settle for the field goal. It did put the Crush in front, but only by 3. Arizona now with the first down at midfield and 39 seconds on the clock. And Floyd went for the interception. He jumped Gatewood, but could not hold on to it.
This is what makes it so tough on coaches. You know, that's the difference between going to the Arena Bowl or not. If he catches that and scores, we can go to the Arena Bowl.
You know, at this point of the game, though, that's really a high percentage gamble, if you will, because even if Gatewood catches it for the touchdown, they're going to get the ball back.
The ball back. And remember, you know, it's a 3-point game. It's the team with the last possession is going to have the opportunity to win this thing. How many games have we seen that have come down to the last possession?
Almost all of them. Gatewood in motion. Toss it to Pace. And Pace can't get but a yard or two, a couple of yards, timeout, Colorado.
Yeah, they're trying to slow it down. Arizona's trying to slow it down and force Colorado to use their timeouts.
Tom Pace has caught 9 passes for 110 yards and a pair of touchdowns today. Winner of this game moves on to Arena Bowl 18, 2 weeks from today. And you'll see it here on NBC. If Colorado wins, they'll go to San Jose. If Arizona wins, they will host the SaberCats.
SaberCats have had a great year, although they lost twice in the last 3 weeks to Arizona. But Mark Grieve has been sensational. I can't imagine a guy completing 73% of his passes in this league, but he's done that. You know, they rush the passer well. They're a good special teams team.
Colorado down to its final timeout now. Arizona, Danny White, they've won 9 in a row. They lost by 8 points at Colorado earlier in the season, and they have not lost since. They trailed here by 3 with 29 seconds left and facing a 3rd down.
Again, we haven't seen the give-up defense yet from Colorado, but as we talked about it, they have it in their arsenal.
Bonner. Diving catch made by Burley. He's out of bounds. Stops the clock with 24 seconds. First down, Arizona at the 12. Make it the 13-yard line.
Boy, and the Crush only have 1 timeout now. I mean, Danny White's played this perfectly. You know, using the clock, forcing Colorado to use those timeouts. And now I would expect to see Bonner actually continue to use as much of this clock and slow it down as he can.
First down, Arizona. 24 seconds on the clock. Burley in motion. Bonner, no rush. They're just going to let him score. Yeah. And Burley does.
Well, that is that give-up defense. And a heady play. I'll tell you, you know, it's counterintuitive for those of you who are so familiar with the outdoor game. But this is a smart play by Mike Daly. Let him score, give him the touchdown, and you're going to get the ball back with, you know, 17 seconds. And in this league, gets plenty of time to score and win the ball game.
Garner, point after. It is good.
Would Danny White dare onside kick? Would he dare? I doubt it. But here's the, as they call it, the give-up defense. Watch these guys. Everybody's just going to stand in place. They're not going to. They were actually hoping to let them score on a couple of plays earlier. Just let them go. Just let them go. Don't even rush the quarterback. Easy touchdown for Burley. And for Cedric Bonner, his fifth touchdown pass of the day.
Burley should have planted himself at about the 2-yard line and just...
If you're really thinking about it, you're right. Catch it and you fall down. A lot of nuances in this last minute. And all up to that man, John Dutton now. And, you know, if you're a quarterback, these are the kind of positions you live for. I mean, John Elway, man, nobody had more comeback than that guy. He and Joe Montana, 47 fourth-quarter comebacks. There's the number right there.
And John Dutton hoping to emulate his boss with a fourth-quarter comeback.
Nobody remembers who played in the semifinals.
Here's the kick. Automatic touchback. Colorado starts from the 5-yard line with 17 seconds.
Boy, that's a big kick by Garner. Danny White said he thinks he's the best kicker in the league.
Colorado with 1 timeout left. 17 seconds on the clock at their own 5.
4-point game. They've got to get the ball in the end zone, and they've got to get the ball to number 1. And Arizona's going to give them a lot of cushion. A lot of cushion there.
Dutton goes down the sideline. And he'll step out of bounds to stop the clock. That's McKenzie.
You know, not a bad play when you have that much cushion. Get the ball. McKenzie pick up 10 yards, get out of bounds. Used 5 seconds. But you generally don't see this kind of cushion in the Arena League football, but all 3 defenders are playing off at 10 to 12 yards, the defensive backs.
12 seconds. The dangerous Damian Harrell in motion. John Dutton again down the sideline. And McKenzie steps out of bounds at the 20-yard line of Arizona.
Now you have 5 seconds. You got to throw the ball in the end zone. Down by 4 points. And again, if you're Arizona, if you're Doug Blank, you're thinking, hey, we've got to find a way, if you can, of denying Damian Harrell an opportunity to make a great catch.
A spot in the Arena Bowl could be riding on this play. Just 5 seconds left. Harrell in motion. Dutton slings it short. Out of bounds with 3 seconds left.
That is dangerous.
Wow.
That is really, you know, they put another second up, and I went 5, then they put another second up. They give them 6. And then they ran off 3 seconds. I mean, that is playing it as close as you can. But they still have 3 seconds now. And now who do you throw to? You got to
throw to Harrell, and it's a compressed end zone, a compressed field, as you said now. There's not much room to operate. So here, down to the final play. Dutton lost it for grabs.
Everybody in the house knew they were trying to get the ball to Damian Harrell. And just again, terrific coverage by number 21, Kelvin Hunter, who's been sensational all game. Here he is. Here's Hunter, just locks up on him.
And in that situation, they're not going to call a hold in that situation.
And Dutton is forced to go somewhere else. So in a game of offense, in a league of offense, a couple of defensive plays at the end decide who goes to the arena ball. That was a good game, Tom. That was a fun game to watch. A disappointed Colorado Crush team. And a very elated team that wants to erase the embarrassment of the last 2 Arena Bowl appearances.
The Rattlers going back to the Arena Bowl for the 3rd straight year and hoping this time to win it. They'll be the host. And Danny White told us earlier this season that in the Arena Bowl, home field was worth 10 points. They'll be home against the SaberCats in 2 weeks. Let's go to Marty.
With an Arena Bowl 18 hat, Danny White, that was survival, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know what? Perfect arena football game. This is what it's all about. It's what this game's all about. It's what the players are all about. You know, 40 guys that just didn't quit.
Were you surprised that Coach Daly let you guys score that touchdown? Seemed like you had to give up defense in.
No, I was a little bit surprised that Cedric threw it. We needed 1 or 2 more plays. But in hindsight, he did the right thing.
You play San Jose in the Arena Bowl, a team you beat twice in the last 3 weeks of the regular season. Does that concern you at all? You beat them twice already?
I can't hear what you're saying. All I know is it's the way it should end up, us in San Jose. It'll be a great game. We played them 3 times. You know, and lately it just, you know, it's the way it should be, I think. And it'll be a great game. Be a great matchup.
You lost the last 2 Arena Bowls. How much preparation is going to go into this one? How badly does this team want it?
They want it pretty badly. The one big difference is this one's going to be at home.
Go celebrate, Coach.
Thank you.
Well, the Arizona defense stopped Colorado on the Crush's last 2 possessions, holding them to a field goal and then stopping them on the last play of the game with the outcome riding on that final Colorado pass.
Well, you know, in this game, what you have are some of the legendary players that have ever played this game. When you think of Barry Wagner of San Jose, you're getting a Hunky Cooper and Cedric Bonner, and then you got rising stars, young rising stars like Tom Pace that we saw today. San Jose's got one of Rasheed Davis and a bunch of young guys. I mean, you have some real an opportunity to have a game just like this, one that comes down to the very last possession.
As Danny White so eloquently stated a moment ago, this is why arena football has become so popular. Yeah. I mean, it was a tremendous game with skilled players, all showing a lot of character, a lot of heart, coaches pushing the right buttons. At one time, Arizona led 17-0, but Colorado didn't give up. They didn't hang their head. They showed their character to come back, and it came down to the very last play of the game.
And think about Arizona. They were 3-5. They lost to this Colorado team to go 3-5. They were dead. They were out of it. And they rallied. Danny White got them going. Those veterans got them going. Hunky got them going. They win 9 games, now 10 games in a row to put themselves in a position to erase the bitter defeats of the last 2 Arena Bowls.
And as Marty alluded to a couple of moments ago, that 10 in a row includes 2 late victories over San Jose that enabled them to get the #1 seed.
Well, they against San Jose, the last regular season game, Wendell Gaines blocked a field goal, and I think at the very last play of the game to block the field goal, and it fell on the ball in the end zone for a touchdown.
The celebration continues here. Bo Kelly, the Rattlers win it 45-41, and Arizona will host Arena Bowl 18 in 2 weeks against San Jose. That come up in 2 weeks, Arizona and San Jose on Sunday, June 17th, here on NBC. Coming up tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern and Pacific, it's the women's platform final live at the U.S. Olympic Diving Trials. Tremendous game at America West today. Hope you enjoyed it. For Marty Snyder and Pat Hayden, this is Tom Hammond saying so long from Phoenix. You've been watching the AFL Playoffs on NBC.